Okay, we are live. Can you all hear me? Let's see if this plays. Alright, can everybody hear me? And let's see the audio here. Also need to change this up into live. Okay, we are live. Can you all hear me? Okay, I can hear myself. Okay, that's good. I think we're good to go. Okay. And this goes like that. I'm gonna leave a live chat. Alright, Timothy Sullivan's in the house. Restless Native says Moonchild. Alright, let's go. And let's see how's my face doing. I don't know. I don't want to blind myself too much. Again, yeah, Timothy Sullivan's in the house. Orange Man Diarrhea, Christopher Jung, and Rotary Motion. Hey folks, let's go. Alright, how many people we have? We have 8 people. Alright, let's see what we have for the show. Also some other stuff here to go over. Okay. So I set up the links all here, and it's good to go. And let me just edit some stuff here. Alright, so Wrestling Natives is... Yeah, man, okay, yeah, you guys can all hear me, that's good. And let's see how much longer should we wait. The Combat Wombat market crash when? Well, it's been a slow crash when you... in some areas, especially with inflation. If you go try to buy food or gasoline, everything's just expensive. But yeah. There's again a market crash. I don't think it's gonna be anything like the doomsdayers, but inflation keeps going on and on and on. That's the slow motion market crash. Hi all, let's go. Okay, 9/11 Riz in the house. Let's go, folks. All right, so we have 20 people already. Oh, 20. Okay. Make this live. I'll just zoom out a bit. I'll just see. I just want to wait a bit. How much longer should we wait to get people in? Alright, 20, that's pretty quick for a live stream. Alright, and 9, yeah, so stock market crash, yeah, I think if anything happens like that, it will be when Trump's president, because it's similar how COVID was when Trump was president, and then Biden is kind of like the laughing, like dead man walking who takes all the blame. Oh, kind of blames for, wanting Trump back. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, so we have 18 people. Should we get started now? I think we should just get started. We'll do housekeeping, and then we'll go through whoever's in the chat. All right. Anyway, so today's live stream we're going to be covering, yeah, the Trump fake assassination, predictive programming, and other stuff after the presidential selection. Yeah, so the presidential selection. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go over that, but it's also a whole bunch of other stuff, but I'll try to focus more on the Trump stuff. But first, as always, go to MES links, guys. So go to MES links right here. I'm going to move this here. So you go to MES links, and all the links to everything will be there. Links to all my social media, playlists, and so on. And yeah, so the 9/11 stuff, you press the drop-down button, and you can select which ones you want. Alright, so we got that covered. The next setup is become a super fan. Become a super fan, you get a trophy next to your name, like Timothy Sullivan, and it only costs a low price of $15 Canadian a month, which is about $2 American. Let's go. Alright, and also donate any other way you guys want to donate, fund the operation, and other stuff like that. You can pay any crypto or PayPal or just super chats and YouTube and a whole bunch of other crypto and other stuff. And also Subscribestar and Payshoot. I have 0 subscribers there, so you could be the first one. There's also Patreon. So let's see what we have. I think I have 0 support tiers. I have some support tiers, but 0 payments. And this one here, I have 0. So my goal is infinite money, but it's 0 so far. So if you could be the first person to be on Subscribestar. Alright, and see some other stuff here. Oh yeah, double check microphone properties to ensure it is 100%. How's my microphone, guys? Is it too low or not? I'm going to do a check right now. Sometimes it always resets, like the internal thingy. Manage sound devices. I'll just go back. Device properties. It's like additional. It's like for some reason sometimes they just lower the level here. Okay, low. It's 100%, or it's 100%. Let me know if I should make the microphone louder or quieter. and other stuff like there, and some other stuff here. MES mute web Telegram notifications. So yeah, so I'll mute this. It's muted right now. Okay, and like that. Okay, rotating motion says spot on. Okay, that's good. And also, MES stop covering mouth while talking near my mic. Yeah, so I played it back before, and I was used to cover my mouth and so on. And then I realized, okay, the audio is a bit off. And also, so John Hutchison in the house. So Princess Carla and Nipian Hudson. Oh, great. Oh, Trump. Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, John, great to have you on here. And also going to discuss your recent events soon as well. And also the next setup here, so now that we've covered that, the next setup is June 22nd. Bob Greener on the live stream is a go. He says should be available there, but to me, should is pretty good. So next Saturday, guys, book that in your calendar. Bob Greener is going to join the show from the Martin Fleischmann Memorial Project. So this is the guys that doing a lot of LENR experiments, so and replicating Hutchison effect and so on. So Bob Greener of the Martin Fleischmann Memorial Project will be in the show. Here's a link to his YouTube and so on. So that'll be pretty epic having him on the show. And the next setup is July 6th, Hollow Earth live stream by Methyl Miner. So he's good to go. July 6th, he'll join it and discuss claims of Hollow Earth. All right, but the expanding one is pretty interesting. Something I think there's something to it. All right. Okay, Christopher Jung says legendary thumbnail again. Yep, for sure. The thumbnail is yeah. This is literally just from the Snoop Dogg music video. It's like, and it's got everything together. It's got the it's got the fake assassination because it has the bang there. But even though when I say fake, it could be a real one. But apparently Trump has a twin, possibly. So that's another rabbit hole that we'll discuss as well. And also the next setup, and since John Hutchison in the show. I have some notes on it. Yeah, so he had actually a health scare. Actually, before we get to that, so fund my trip to John and Nancy's lab. So let's see. I had a link here. Okay, this one here. So I eventually want to go over to meet them there. After chatting via text for months. All right, Met's voice. Who's Met's voice? Okay, let's go. How do I search it here? I search this thing. Okay, this one right here. I think, okay, I searched that. Okay, yeah, so here. So, yeah, I want to eventually visit John and Nancy and try to replicate the Hutchison effect and and so on. And so someone actually sent me a donation, sent $65. Thank you for today's live stream with John and Nancy. I hope I can send some more before you head out to John's lab. Bless up. Yeah, so that'll be a great. Yes, thankful for this donation. Help fund my trip to John and Nancy's lab. Please consider donating as well to cover the cost of flights. Yeah, so I'll initially think of drive there, but I'll fly there once everything is good to go with John and Nancy. And please consider donating as well as to cover the cost of flights and make the trip a reality. I hope to try to replicate the Hutchison effect live during a live stream. Okay, and also another part is yeah, I think I donate here. Donate. Okay, so another part here. Did my PayPal donation go through last week? Is that you, Restless Native? Were you the one that sent the that note? Because if so, that's it. Because I didn't see anything else from that. The Simpsons never wrong. Open Trump coffin incoming. Okay, Trump's birthday 6/14 also corresponds with the 3 of the diamonds. The Leonard card, which depicts a twins, Castor and Pollux. All right, that's some next level advanced stuff. Yeah, Wrestling. I'm not sure if you were the one who sent it, but it might have been you. So this donation, if you can see the link, see this right here. If you wrote that note, that's you, because it's converted to Canadian. And yeah, so another part is donate right here. Yeah, so another part is as Nancy mentioned as well, and also. Yeah, John was discussing. So John Hutchison started, quote, tinkering, that's my terminology, with high-frequency radio, high-frequency microwave radiation and interfering them with high-voltage current between two spark gaps. That was initial idea of what would happen there. And then while adjusting the frequencies until they resonate into specific audible tones, he then noticed strange effects on metal, such as levitation, jellification, and desification, which he henceforth coined the Hutchison effect. And I will look to do similar experiments by using a magnetron to generate microwaves on spark gaps to try to replicate the effect, at least at a small scale. The equipment is a bit costly, so please consider donating in any way you can. So I want to actually purchase some of these and then test it out on this and basically put it in my garage and try to run it over. Okay, Wrestle Native, yeah, there it is. All right, we'll sign up for Patreon too soon. Epic stuff, thanks, Wrestle. Yeah, so Wrestle, thanks for the donation. And the Patreon is, here's a donate. Everything's in there. The Patreon's right here as well. See how much I have in Patreon. I think I'm making, let's see how much I'm making Patreon. I think it's like, how do I see my thingy? I get my page. About, how do I even see anything? Per month, $9.05 Canadian. I think, how do I even, I have no idea what's going on here. Okay. Donate. And also, yeah, that's live, but as you know, I realized he's donating as well, so that's pretty epic on the thing. All right, Trump wants to join. All right, guys, and let's go here. Anyways, continuing further. Yeah, so help me fund this. I'll buy these. Some of these are $100 and so on, and so on. And here's a magnetron. It's from the it's a cavity magnetron. It's usually inside microwaves to generate high frequency and microwave radiation and so on. So a cavity magnetron generates microwaves using the interaction of a stream of electrons with a magnetic field while moving past a series of cavity resonators, which are small open cavities in a metal block, and so on. Basically, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff there. And here's a spark gap is just two conducting electrodes, separated by a gap filled with, usually filled with a gas such as air, and then design allow electric spark to pass between conductors. Anyways, so electromagnetism is not my first line of study, so that'll be pretty epic there. If I could test out some stuff. Okay, love more, less, love less. Okay, I know we are told judge not lest ye be judged, but I'm reserving my opinion until I know about Paul Lovelace thinks about all this. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Paul Lovelace is he's the expert on all this. And yeah, and John Hutchison says love more or love less. Yeah, love less should be love more, not love less. All right, and then the other part here. This was a bit scary, guys. Here, this is before we get to the Trump stuff. So John Hutchison's health scare. So yeah, I messaged John Hutchison and Nancy on the email. Let me just pull out the email. So what happened? If it's okay, just read out some of the stuff that we had here. So I emailed Nancy and John about visiting them for replicating Livestream. And then literally 8 hours after I messaged, well, yeah, this is 10:17, and then literally 8 hours afterwards, let's see, this was June 11th, 10:17 p.m., and then 8 hours or 9. This was 9 hours, but then she says at 6 a.m. She says John has been sick for a few days, really bad stomach flu, and then John's in the hospital right now, and then John's better. Might have been a stroke. He's confused. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to read some of this just so people know what is going on here. So there was no stroke, and then, but Nancy said, yeah, so John was actually apparently, quote, dead before 6 a.m., literally like 8 hours after I messaged him. And then apparently he was like blue and not breathing, and she gave him chest compressions and then got him breathing and so on. And then they were both sick, and then so John was sent to the hospital for observation, and then told him, and they sent him back, but Nancy wanted him to stay there to figure out why his heart stopped. I think his heart stopped or breathing stopped or both of them, and she had to do CPR on him to get him back to life. And also the last message I got is John just got home, no monitor with alarm, ordered one on Amazon, nothing here until Monday. We'll be watching John while he sleeps, taking turns doing so with a friend. So, yeah. So John, hopefully you are feeling better while you're on the live stream. So that's great that you're alive and well. All right, that's epic, and yeah, definitely feel for you and Nancy. That's probably very, very traumatizing. And like I was saying, yeah. And apparently you didn't remember what happened. You just woke up in the ambulance. But like I asked you if you had any near-death experience, like did you see any flashing lights or angels or or spirits or whatnot? All right, but anyways, great to have you on there. But any opinions on crypto? Well, crypto is just a new monetary system. Yeah, John says thanks. Thank you, John. Yeah, and hopefully when you're better, just let me know when and where I can go and visit you. And like I said before, I'll bring my sleeping bag, and it'll probably sleep on in the lab until we replicate it. All right, and yeah, Dow, Combat, Wombat. Any opinions of crypto? Well, crypto is just it's a new monetary system. Basically, it's in the same way where newspapers turning into social media and like internet money, monetary systems, currencies are just turning digital. So think of it that way. So social media has obviously good and bad, and then crypto obviously when you digitize money, there's good and bad. You can automate how people can spend, what they can spend, but then at the same time you could also free up areas that are, let's say if you're in Nigeria or something and your currency is really bad, instead of using your own local one because you can't access US dollars, you can use Bitcoin or other crypto globally. So it has again positive and negatives, but it's just a new monetary system, and all monetary systems are based on the it's all based on the reality where free energy is suppressed. Free energy means you don't need any money. You can actually, and also transmutation, low energy nuclear reactions means you can literally make gold from anything. So even gold is a fake monetary system. So basically, it's just monetary systems part of this Freemasonic world we're in. Anyways, okay. Russell Native says, "Did you feel a sharp pain or shock in the heart, and the heart feel sore after?" No, the doctor said no stroke or heart issue, dehydration. Yeah, so it was dehydration. A lot of it was dehydration, as Nancy was saying, dehydrated. And they were. The other interesting part is that he said your throat was like sand. That was interesting. So that'd be interesting. And actually, maybe later or now, John, if you want to even join the live stream and just discuss that, that'd be pretty interesting. But that's up to you. All right, what do you say about Saudis moving away from petrodollar? Let's see. I just want to go. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of countries are trying to move away from the U.S. dollar, and eventually it's going to form some sort of globalized like basket of currencies, which I think will happen, where you combine basically all the U.S. dollars, all stable ones like Japan. Japan, I think, is something like that. Okay, so he was very, very sick. I'm gonna go, and then I'm just gonna search some stuff here. Where you talked about sand. Okay. Could be high. Oh, yeah, and I also sent ChatGPT the symptoms that she gave and whatnot. I just want to get to the other part. Yes, Nancy thinks there was some sort of electrical setup where John may have been shocked or something from his experiments or whatnot, or he got attacked by dew. All right, so he's very sick. He's saying what is that? Flu viruses. Well, in this channel, I don't believe in viruses. So that's another interesting thing. But yeah, it could be something. It's possibly something you ate. Okay, let's see. Where's the Nancy? Just got up. This was the Nancy one. Okay. Yeah. This is the sand right here. Whoops. I just want to search the sand symptoms. It was very interesting. So here's what it was. So John starting feeling off late on Saturday. So right after the live stream, Sunday had 200 plants to move and lots of work. I was eating frequency edibles. So that's all over them. 4 of them all day. Things went amazingly smooth. Got home and John was sick. And then he bought some grilled salmon from Chinese place we like. He would not eat. I ate about 3 bites and stomach turned. Started throwing up. Immediate intense dry mouth. Never had anything so bad. Mouth like sand. Drinking water, still dry mouth, then vomiting, diarrhea. Same with John, but no vomiting. It went on for days. And this email is sent that she sent to her family. And then yeah, so John, I have been sick with a really bad stomach flu since Sunday. Just before 6 a.m. this morning, he yelled and fell out of bed. And I found him blue and stiff on the floor next to the bed. That chest compressions got him breathing. Went to the bathroom with diarrhea. Came back to John, not breathing. More chest compressions. Ambulance and a friend came over. I'm too sick to go to hospital with John, so a friend went. And ER had doctor talked to him, but never said he was going home, and so on, and yeah, so forth. So so Nancy must have been really traumatized. She really actually thought. She says my husband was dead. I used CPR to get him back, and so on. So that's absolutely frightening. All right, but John's with us right here. All right, so great to have you. Okay, Restless Native says that sounds like toxicity, poisoning, target the central nervous system. Interesting. All right, the world needs you more than ever at this moment, John. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I'll also open my Gmail. So if you ever, and if you need to send me, if anyone needs to send me links and so on, and John, if you want to even call in, you feel free to call me on Skype or whatever you want. during the live stream whenever, and we'll have you on. And so what I want to do is, you could also, anyone who wants to email me links, because the chat won't let you, you go to contact@mes.fm. Only moderators can. All right, and C's in the house. All right, I get to have you on here. So apparently it's past your bedtime, the live streams, and you pass out. But anyways, let's continue on this march forward. We're gonna go over some. Trump stuff. So anyways, so that was John Hutchison, health scare. So he's good to go. And interestingly, John's actually 1 year older than Trump. So it was 78th birthday. It was the Moonchild birthday. Let's see. Moonchild. Okay, and so here's the post on Trump's birthday, June 14th. So he was born on a red blood moon on June 14th, 1946. And then John Hudson's born on October 19th, I believe, 1945. So that's pretty epic. Does Paul Loveless work at that restaurant? All right. Yeah, John, did you see Paul Loveless just before that you got sick? Was Paul Loveless but Paul Loveless guy, there's an email I got to show. Yeah, Paul Loveless he's giving me serial killer vibes. Let's go here. Let's go Paul Loveless. So when I blocked his burner account, I was going to share this on. When I blocked his burner account on the live stream, last live stream. So he's wrote, Paul Loveless, it's time for a new phone. It's a Galaxy S8. Also, the stream makes you look ridiculous, and he puts like heart emojis and whatever. But so he knows what phone I have. So Galaxy S8 is my phone. It's time for. So what he's saying, he acts as if he knows my phone. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So he's saying, so he knows my phone, and then he's saying I look ridiculous, and then he has this heart emoji. So yes, definitely has some serial killer vibes. So if anything happens to me, the first suspect is Paul Loveless. All right, let's do this. Okay, the next setup. Okay, so now we've got it through. We have 25 people. Okay, let's power through, guys. Close this donate button. All right, so that was Trump's setup there. And the next setup here, before we get, actually, it's somewhat involved in that, but I wanted to show this Supreme Court of Israel is typical Freemasonic ancient Egyptian symbology. So a lot of people say Israel did this or did that, but my take is that we live in a Freemasonic world where every country is pretty much established by them. So Supreme Court of Israel, so the Supreme Court was, I have a link right here. I'm going to click Supreme Court. So just to illustrate Freemasons everywhere. So the Supreme Court of Israel, this is in Jerusalem, and literally has a pyramid sticking out of the roof with all-seeing eye on top. There's also an obelisk right next to it. The building was donated to Israel by Dorothy D. Rothschild. So there's the Supreme Court. There's literally the eye, the pyramid capstone pointing out of that hole there. All right, and this is the Supreme Court, Israeli Supreme Court. Painting at the entrance of the Supreme Court, the Rothschilds with Shimon Peres, I think that was like Israeli something president or something. Isaac Rabin and the designers, and a close-up of the pyramid. So they have the all-seeing eye right there, like. And there's also the obelisk right beside it. And I believe there's a grove for Lindy Rothschild. And also here's a MES signed to the Canucks. So there's, all right. Let's go another one. So I have another scheduled post on there. Here's a good video, and then we'll go back on to the stuff here. I've scheduled this one for... so I've scheduled this... When did I schedule this for? Okay, I think it's scheduled... this one here. So the Supreme Court of Israel building, constructed in 1982 by the Rothschild family, is deeply inspired by the occult and Freemasonry. So if you look at it, even the steps you walk in, it's literally 30 steps. And separated by 3, and there's 3 extra for the 33-degree Freemason. Anyways, let's play this. Let's see. Okay, I need to unmute this.
At least in an earthly sense, had a lot to do with the efforts of the Rothschilds.
Okay.
We already...
Actually, it's easier to play on your phone, or I'll open the Rumble here. So this is from here.
Supreme Court esoterically represents a path towards illumination.
Wait up, let me just start.
We already know that...
Okay, I'm gonna play this now.
We already know that modern-day Israel, at least in an earthly sense, had a lot to do with the efforts of the Rothschilds. Some more symbolism that gives that away can be found in the Israeli Supreme Court. The Israeli Supreme Court was funded by the Rothschilds on the condition that they would choose the plot of land, would use their own architect, and that the price of its construction would never be made public. Built in 1992 in Jerusalem, it sits next to the Knesset, which is the main political building in Israel. Also funded by the Rothschilds, the Knesset is the legislative branch of the Israeli government, where laws are enacted and heads of state are elected. Here's the picture of the Supreme Court. This painting is at the entrance to the building and depicts the Rothschilds planning its design along with Shimon Peres and Isaac Rabin. A journey through the Supreme Court esoterically represents a path towards illumination. The ultimate goal of the journey is to reach this pyramid, which represents the most holy place in the building. Each side of the pyramid has a circular hole at the top representing the all-seeing eye. Let's do a picture walkthrough along this so-called path of illumination from the beginning, and do some symbol spotting along the way. Firstly, the person who enters the Supreme Court finds himself in a dark area in front of a stairway leading to a source of light at the other end. By climbing these stairs, the visitor gradually moves away from the darkness towards illumination. There are exactly 3 sets of 10 steps equaling 30 overall. These represent the first 30 degrees of Freemasonry. Since there are 33 degrees to Freemasonry overall, we will discover where the remaining 3 are later. You'll notice that the right side of the wall is made from rough old rocks, reminiscent of ancient Jerusalem walls, while the left is smooth and modern. This represents the timeless nature of the occult teachings that have been transmitted from ancient Babylon to today, and is a repeated theme throughout the Supreme Court. Having climbed the steps, the visitor finds that he is on a high point with a great view over the rooftops of Jerusalem. We know that Satan wants to try and claim the high points in a region because he wants to be the most high, so no further explanation is required here. Embedded on the floor is a line which guides the traveller to the entrance of the library, which is placed right underneath the Great Pyramid. This is the path you walk to the holiest place, and of course the library itself represents knowledge. This picture is taken from the 2nd floor of that library. The library is actually divided into 3 levels, symbolically representing the final 3 degrees of Freemasonry. The first level is reserved for lawyers only, the second is reserved for judges only, and the books on the 3rd level can only be read by retired judges. This represents the movement through the degrees, acquiring higher and higher knowledge. The library functions like all occult hierarchies, where some information is the exclusive privilege of a select few. These are the 3 levels of the library. Right above the 3rd level, representing the final degree of Freemasonry, there is this view of the pyramid. This is where the Freemasonry ends and the elite Illuminati begins. Directly beneath the apex of the pyramid is this geometric floor pattern, with a crystal embedded in the floor at the center. There are 6 squares representing the number of man, and each square of course has 4 sides, which is the number that represents the world. The crystal in the center lies directly under the apex of the pyramid. This is similar to the sun symbol embedded at the center of the Capitol crypt in Washington, D.C. The entrances to the courtrooms themselves look like this. They are said to resemble ancient Jewish tombs. Apparently in some Jewish tombs there were holes where the soul was supposed to leave. They have retained these holes in the courtrooms, perhaps to allow spirits to come and go in a similar manner. Again, notice the contrast between the old and the new here. The prison cells, the courtroom, and the judges' quarters are placed one on top of the other, symbolizing the tiered society as proposed by Plato and the Enlightenment thinkers. The ruling elite at the top, represented by the judges' quarters, the auxiliaries like the police and civil servants in the middle to enforce the decrees of those at the top, represented by the courtroom, and the massive ignorant prisoners below. This is one of the courtrooms. The judge is illuminated by a natural source of light at the far end, symbolically representing the light of the divine, guiding their wisdom. They retire to their quarters at the top tier to make a decision and then descend back to the courtroom below to bring their illuminating wisdom to the world. Now let's start making our way outside. No occult structure would be complete without the obligatory sexual symbols, and the steps outside the courtrooms provide this feature. Again, this needs little explanation. Once outside the building, we are then invited to visit the Dorothy Rothschild Grove. We find this plaque on the wall with the arrow. Alongside it, we also find this plaque, which also contains an all-seeing eye. Sorry about the quality of these, I couldn't find anything more clear-cut. When we follow the arrow, though, to the Dorothy Rothschild Grove, we find this monument, which is obviously an obelisk, an Ashtoreth pole. If we then go to the centre of the parking facilities from here, we find this shape on the ground. Now, some people have suggested that this represents a cross so that people can trample on it as they descend down the steps. I don't personally buy into this theory. To me, it just looks like a sun symbol. All these things, again, are just evidence of the Rothschilds' occult influence.
Alright, yeah, that's a pretty epic video. And also, Methyl Miners in the house, guys. Welcome, Meth. And yeah, I mentioned, so July 6th. So July 6th will be the live stream with you on the Hollow Earth. Alright. John Hutchison says, Rothschilds, you're on their mailing list. Epic stuff. Alright. Have you, John, met any of the Rothschilds? Okay, John needs a Faraday cage around his bed to cut down on the EMF exposure. Yeah, definitely get a Faraday cage, John. Sleep in this Faraday cage. Protect it. I have actually a Faraday cage right here. Yeah, there it is. I have one for my phone. I have one right here. You put the phone inside, and then it has zero reception. It's pretty amazing. It's like fabric with like copper or steel or whatnot, woven in zigzags. So that's a Faraday cage for your phone and electronics and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. All right. Yeah. So I just wanted to show this Israel Supreme Court stuff. It's just illustrate that. Like I've been saying, it's we live in a Freemasonic world. So it's not just Israel. You go to USA, US dollar has the pyramid. Yeah, so US dollar pyramid. Again, is all-seeing eye as usual. So there's all-seeing eye there. You have the Israeli Supreme Court building. Literally has the all-seeing eye on top there. Most likely, I can't email from him. Just put your phone in flight mode. Now the versus phone in flight mode. It still doesn't mean it's no reception, because they can still somehow access it. Just means you can't access anything. Like if you wanted like no eavesdropping at all or anything. I think that's how these Illuminati meetings usually go. Interesting topic, Darren says. All right, and so this one here is all seeing on the dollar bill. So America's like that. Even you go like random countries like Nicaragua or whatever. Nicaragua flag. See, look at the Nicaragua flag. It's literally got the all-seeing eye inside there. It's like a pyramid with all-seeing eye. All right, and that's Nicaragua, and it has the Israel colors blue and white. That's pretty interesting. All right, and let's see, there's some other stuff here. And I'll speaking about the Freemason stuff, and it's like even countries you wouldn't think there are, even like North Korea. North Korea is a Freemasonic. It's like it's like the center of mind control area. It's like the country focus on mind control of like populations. So here's I have the scheduled post for later. So throw back to June 1st, 2018, when North Korean leader Kim Jong-un sent an official to deliver Donald Trump a giant letter. Looks like a Freemason apron or Gmail logo to me. And so he sent this to. It's a giant letter. So Kim Jong-un of North Korea sent an official with his giant letter to him, and look how he's holding it. Literally holding it like an apron, like a Freemasonic apron, because Trump is a Freemason. That's you heard it here first, or many times. So here's Freemason. That's like apron. I think that's the starting point. And then once you get a higher degree, you get sponsored by Gmail, by Google. So yeah, Google Gmail, and the G is for Freemasonry. So Gmail is literally again Freemasonic company. Google is Freemasonic company. They're all Freemasons. Let's see how the Gmail looks like. Yeah, so Gmail, what that actually means is not mail as in delivering mail, but mail as in a man. And then you can go G Freemason logo. And the G can mean many things. So they're saying presence of God, grand architect. It's actually gnosis, because I think they believe like man is God, etc. All right, so there's a G. America has contained more pyramid structures than the rest of the world combined. Interesting, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. All right, let's continue further. All right, so we have this. Let's see what else we had in my soliloquy. All right, yeah. So this one here, before I did my Trump coincidence video, I made a giant PDF. So here's I had this. This is, I think it was like a 3-hour video. So this one, a 2-hour video I made on Trump birthday coincidences, which is quite remarkable. I cut it down just to birthday ones, and it was 2 hours. So Trump was born on a blood moon, and some other stuff here. So he was born on a blood moon on June 6, 1946. Let's see what else I have here. Yeah, so he's born on blood moon right here, and then you can go to Wikipedia, June 4th, 1946. A blood moon happens when it's when the we'll see how I have this set up here. Okay, where is the lunar eclipse overview? So basically, you have the blood moon is when you have lunar eclipse, but it's like directly in line with the sun, so and it looks reddish here. So here it looks like there's a lunar eclipse, like this. The moon's behind the Earth, and there's the sun. And if it goes past this inner shadow, the umbra, and then the light as light bends around the atmosphere or reflects off, the blue light scatters away, while the more reddish or higher wavelength light is on the reddish side, and it focuses on the moon, so it looks red like that. So that's a blood moon right here. Just open it, new tab, make it bigger. So Trump was born on this blood moon there, and I did some calculations there. Let's see the calculations I did. So Trump born on blue on a, and you can also use a Stellarium app, and you can go and visualize where it is. So I'm to go here. So he's born full moon. I did some calculations. Where's the calculations? Where is the calculations I did? I did some. It's right here. So in the 20th century, from January 1st, 1901 to December 31st, 2000, there have only been 81 total lunar eclipses and 33 central lunar eclipses. So the odds of him just being born on that, or just any person being born on it in a 100-year span, is going to be 1 in 450, so 0.2% chance. But then he was born in a central one. That's 1 in 1106. That was an interesting number. 9/11 backwards. The moon is my go-to to debunk flat Earth. Modern and southern hemispheres are mirrored. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that is definitely a great one. C says, I saw somewhere G is actually genome related to Talmud, having sent you a long post related. Interesting. I'll have to look that. Yeah, but that could be in the higher degrees then. That could be the 34th degree or something, possibly. All right, let's see. John Hutchison sent me an email. To Ed and me. Oh, so Ed Rothschild at Podesta.com. All right, so now we got some interesting setup here. So John just sent me an email. Just says no subject, but then he sent to me and Ed Rothschild, and the email is at Podesta.com. So Podesta, if you haven't seen my earlier Pizzagate videos, John and Tony Podesta are likely pedos, part of some sort of human trafficking operation. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, speed of light into Google. Yeah, you get the pyramid. I was going to do a video on that, the Giza pyramid. All right, speed of something is meant to happen on Google, but we'll do that soon. I see another email from John. New content added to Yerushua. Oh, this is a forward email. Let's see this email that's John sending. New institutions on archival collections added to Yerushua website. All right. So this is the Rothschild emails that he gets. Interesting. So this is from, so you got an email from the Rothschild Foundation. Oh yes, you are subscribed to their newsletter, European Jewish Archives portal. Interesting stuff. All right, let's go. All right, great stuff, John. All right. Anyways, so there's the odds. Odds are low for that the blood moon there. Anyways, let's continue further and stay on course. Yeah. So like I said before, I made this one last year, this video, but I was actually working on a giant document. And I have the link. The link's in here as well. You go to PDF inside this giant document. And if you go to PDF, yeah, this right here. There's a PDF of Trump predictive programming I was working on. We'll power through some of it. It was very, very interesting. I highly recommend going to this, downloading it, and playing around with that. I'll open up right here. Oops, this is close. I highly recommend, yeah, getting on this one right here. and downloading that and going through this. So this is 447 pages of predictive programming stuff. Because initially I was going over it, and then I started doing like history of, and also have the Vatican audience hall. It looks like a giant snake. All right, put links to that. This was pretty epic. It looks like it's biting it, and interesting there. All right. So that's that. And also the mirroring the statue, which is absolutely, pretty ridiculous. It looks like a Baphomet and a man on top. So Baphomet there. Where's the other regular? Okay, there's that one. Okay, you got this. You got Baphomet. Yeah, also Baphomet follows there's George Washington. There's, I think like Zeus or something, the ancient Egyptian gods. Pedos rise quick as they're compromised, easy to control. Yeah, definitely. There's one of them, the Dennis Hastert is like a prime example. Yeah, so when people speak about conspiracy or whatever, or try to downplay how ridiculous like reality is, Dennis Hastert. So John Dennis Hastert is an American politician, educator, convicted felon, and child sex offender who represented Illinois' 14th district. And he's also served from, this is from 1987, he was also from 1999 to 2007, so he got 8 years, was the 51st first Speaker of the United States, Speaker of the House, of the United States House of Representatives, which is about, I think, the third in power, or in line of power. So you have, I think that's the third. So you have the President, and then Vice President, and then if anything happens to them, the Speaker of the House becomes President. And this guy here was a high school teacher and coach. So he's a high school teacher and coach from 1965 to 1981. And then he just suddenly skyrocketed and became a big-time politician and so on. But he's also, let's see, a judge says something. Yeah, so the judge, and then there was boys that he was coaching. They accused him, they took him to court over sexual abuse he was doing to them. And the judge even referred to Hastert as a serial child molester and so on. And the judge imposed a sentence of 15 months in prison only, 2 years supervised release, and a $250,000 fine. And then so he was imprisoned in 2016 and released 13 months later. And he became the highest ranking elected official in U.S. president history to serve a prison sentence. Trump might beat that. So this guy, and he's only 13 months. And he's abusing boys and became Speaker of the House. So, and this guy looks exactly like how he is. So that is ridiculous. So, anyways, so when people say Pizzagate's a conspiracy theory, I'm like it's like it's a damn fact. All right. Okay. Some more stuff here. Okay. So this is a giant document. Highly recommend going on there, and so it's easier to view on my computer instead of on the web. So I'll open it up right here just to go through some of it, because some of it is pretty epic. And I was going through a lot of the history on the World War I, World War II, and so on, and other occult stuff there, like the Baha'i New World Order, which is quite remarkable as a one world religion candidate. And also, if you look at the Hitler narrative, the mainstream narrative, it's very similar to the narrative they're pushing on Trump. So keep that in mind. And I'll go through that right here. Go to the occult. Trump birthday, predictive programming. I'll open the, I'm going to open the Word document instead of the PDF, but I'll save it if I update anything. All right, so we have 30 people in here. All right, so here's the Trump stuff here. And so I had, again, 447 pages of this that I was working on. And then I'm like, all right, I'll just shorten it to that birthday one. And I was going to do stuff later on this, but it's just too much, and it's too out of topic for me. But it's good for the live stream. All right, so let's go here and transgender royal bloodline, and he loves Nazis as a satanic Nazi. All right. So what I have, what's interesting, I have some interesting dates here. So World War II started in, it was from 1939 to 1945. And then the year after is when Trump was born. And also, I think how many days is that? So it ended 1945. What day? September 2nd. And then October 19th is when John Hutchinson was born. All right, so John Hutchinson's literally born. How many days is that? It's going to be 30 plus, plus 9. 32 plus 17. So 47 days later. So John Hutchison was born literally 1.5 months after World War II ended. And it was September 1st, 1939 to September 2nd, 1945. Interesting. 6 years, 1 day. So 9/11. And so, and they have the, it's like a video game. You have the leaders on either sides fighting in the mainstream narrative. And then Pentagon construction begins September 11, 1941. And as interesting as, so it was constructed was a Pentagon without fanfare on September 11, 1941. So the Pentagon. And the idea was, let's see, by early 1941, 3,000 workers were on site during the day, but construction still was behind schedule. And then they were pushing it to create, basically speed it up for the Manhattan Project and to build an atomic bomb. And then, so it was, if you read the headline of the mainstream narrative, it was behind schedule. And then on December 7th, the Japanese on 1941, Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, and then acceleration of the U.S. move toward war gave Somerville, U.S. General, right here, free rein to expand his project. So the already tight budget construction schedules moved up, and by March 1942, more than 10,000 workers working on the site. At one particularly intense stage, 15,000 were working there 3 shifts, 24 hours a day, with floodlights illuminating the sky. Yeah, so basically they started the construction of Pentagon September 11th, and then it was behind schedule, and then the Japanese allegedly attacked Pearl Harbor, and now you got a giant, and now you got completely and utterly, they ramped up the production of the Pentagon. I got Trump letters for your oleation. Yeah, send me all you can, John. I'll be epic to see that. See if you send it here. Okay, yeah. You can email me it or send it on Skype. If the Trump letters, I think you had forwarded a few there. Let's see, I'm going to continue further. I just want to see what else I had in here. World War. Yeah, so everything was happening basically. It was World War One, and then it was World War Two. Spanish flu is interesting. Spanish flu was right after World War One. All right, and then this part here was interesting. So the rise. This is 1933, 1945 rise and fall of Adolf Hitler. Let's see. Perhaps the one person. So this one here. Important thing is to compare it with the mainstream says. There's a lot of obviously the World War II and the alt narratives of Hitler are not exactly as mainstream says. But again, they're all puppets. But the mainstream narrative is what wins, and according to fake history, because Wikipedia and the whole world follows. Yeah, the whole world follows basically what Wikipedia is saying. So interesting here. So Donald Trump is being compared to Hitler so many times, and so as a called note, Adolf, he could rearrange the A into a D somehow. And anyways, that was just another rant there. But so if you look at the mainstream narrative on there. Right when Trump was elected, so even March 1st, 2017, a month after he was inaugurated, Trump unveiled a proposal in yesterday's speech straight out of Hitler's playbook. So there's a whole comparison of Hitler, like this Occupy Democrats. It's a clown page, but it's what the mainstream believes. And I actually know people here that like my brother's boss is literally thinks Trump is Hitler. And then, breaking news, a Nobel economist compared Trump to Hitler and so on. And fast forward to August 8th, 2022, and they're still going strong. This was 2017 when he got elected. So this one here, breaking news, new report reveals that Trump wanted the military to be more like Nazis and screamed at the chief of staff, John Kelly, "You effing generals, why can't you be like the German generals and praise the Nazis as totally loyal to Hitler?" Retweet if you think Trump is a Nazi. He gets 16,000 likes and so on. This is 2022. And note that the above tweet is 1 hour before Trump's house supposedly gets raided by the FBI. So this guy tweeted, he's a Nazi. And then this was when Trump got raided, and so on. All right. Breaking news: dozens of FBI agents raid Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence to conduct an unannounced search warrant. All right. Epic stuff there. Okay. Mind on control, big science. Yeah, I was sent codes. Taken off a screenshot of UN computer, but mind control technology. I sent it to you, John. Interesting, Darren. All right. We got Darren and Trump just going at it. Let's go. Metal miner. Yeah. All right. 33 people in the house. We got the 33, special number 33. All right. Going further. So similar to the Trump Hitler stuff. Here's just illustrations of his rise to power there. the beer hall push. Hitler was also involved in a failed coup against the government. Yeah, so we had Trump doing the coup, or the alleged coup, or whatever it was, the January 6th insurrection, which is a complete joke. But again, the mainstream saying what it says. Okay, and so anyways, interesting. Yeah, so Hitler was involved in a failed coup. And although it failed, it was given a light sentence, and more importantly, it gave him a platform to spread his ideology. Again, the fact that Trump is given the fact that Hitler was given a platform to speak is one of the biggest similarities with Trump. So after all, Trump is literally 24/7 given 24/7 news coverage by the very same mainstream media that quote despise him. Yeah. So Hitler. So let's see what he said here. So Adolf Hitler was born in Austria, 1889. He joins the army. World War I ends, and then Hitler joins German Worker Party. Hitler becomes chairman of the party, which is renamed National Socialist German Workers' Party. Hitler stages failed coup, and Hitler's released after a 5 months sentence, and he publishes a book and so on. So he does a coup, and then he's also given a platform. Literally, he's supposed to be a prisoner, but he's just given a platform to spread his ideology. So the beer hall push, also known as the Munich push, was a failed coup d'état, overthrow of government by Nazi party, and so on right here. Approximately 2,000 Nazis marched on there, with results in the deaths of 16 Nazi party members and 4 police officers. And Hitler escaped immediate arrest and was speared off to safety in the countryside. After 2 days, he was arrested and charged with treason. And right here, so the failed coup, the push, brought Hitler to the attention of the German nation for the first time, and generated front-page headlines in newspapers around the world. His arrest was followed by a 24-day trial, which was widely publicized and gave him a platform to express his national sentiments to the nation. So again, it's part of the script there, given a giant platform. Okay, so then on December 20th, 1924, having served only 9 months, Hitler was released, and so on. And then once released, Hitler redirected his focus towards obtaining power through legal means. And then if you fast forward to, let's see, the Trump quote coup. So again, history is different than reality, like actually is happening. But the narrative is people they actually believe it. So anyways, the 2021 Trump coup attempt, and what is one of the most remarkable similarities between Trump and Hitler is that both were involved in a quote coup attempt. Although both storylines are written in dramatic fashion by the mainstream media, witnessing Trump's coup in person was more of a joke than a movie. For instance, Democrat politician David Tron uploaded this absolute gem during the quote attacks. He wrote, "I am safe. We've been evacuated. Let me be clear. We will not be stopped by this lawless intimidation." What is he wearing? This is a real tweet. Let's open this up. Okay, let's go. Open up. Oh, okay, we go back here. Okay, so that was that thing here. Oh yeah, so this guy here, Representative David Tron. So this guy, this is the coup. You got these clowns. All right. Anyways, continuing further. All right, and then if you go to January 6th, United States Capitol, Wikipedia. And then Wikipedia says 4 officers who responded to attack died by suicide within 7 months. That's interesting. Why would they bring that up? All right, continuing further. All right. So this was the and they show this part here. Anyway, so the big lie. So this is the kicker. The big lie is a gross distortion or misrepresentation of the truth, used especially as a propaganda technique. And the German expression was coined by Adolf Hitler when he dictated his book Mein Kampf to describe the use of a lie so colossal that no one would believe that someone could have the impetus to distort the truth so infamously. And Hitler claimed that the technique has been used by Jews to blame Germany's loss in World War I on German General Erich Ludendorff. And there he was a prominent nationalist political leader in the Weimar Republic. Anyways, according to historian Jeffrey Herf, the Nazis used the idea of the original big lie to turn sentiment against Jews and justify the Holocaust, and so on. Okay, that's live. Good evening. I've been looking at last-minute meeting cancellations pre-9/11 text. Interesting. Yes, send some of those over. All right, and then Herf further argues that the Nazis' big lie was their depiction of Germany as an innocent besieged land striking back at international Jewry, etc. Anyways, so Hitler's part of the script again. It was you need to build the Israel state, so that's what Hitler's there for, and which was built right after World War II. And let's continue further. So, and if you read the Wikipedia on the big lie, the main person they compare Hitler to is literally Trump. In the 21st century, the term has been applied to attempts to overturn the results of the 2020 U.S. presidential election by Donald Trump and his allies, specifically the false claim that the election was stolen through massive voter fraud and electoral fraud, and so on. So scholars say that a constant repetition in many different media is necessary for the success of big lie technique as a psychological motivation for the audience to believe the extreme assertions. So if you go to Wikipedia on the big lie, it literally has Hitler, Nazis, and then you got Trump's false claims of a stolen election. He's the only person that they put the name in. Cold War era, but they don't actually talk about too many people. But anyways, so that is that. And then see some other stuff. According to CNN fact checker Daniel Dale, former president Donald Trump has issued 132 written statements since leaving office, of which a third have included lies about the election. So most of his, this was as of 2021. Most of his statements was about the stolen election. All right. Anyways. Okay. Yep. Anyways, I'm going to continue further. Actually, I'll read this one out. This is pretty interesting. So, analysis psychologist, just because the above analysis of the psychology behind the quote big lie can be applied to many big lies such as 9/11 and COVID. So, psychologists, psychiatrists, or psychiatrists have explained why the big lie technique works. Dr. Ramani Durvalzola, a licensed clinical psychologist and professor of psychology, who's an expert on narcissistic personality disorder and narcissistic abuse. Narcissism is excessive self-interest, says that repetition is important because the big lie works through indoctrination. The big lie then becomes its own evidence base. If it is repeated enough, people believe it, and the very repetition, almost tautologically or self-evident, becomes the support for the lie. Hear something enough, it becomes the truth. People assume there's evidence base when the lie is big. It's like a blind spot. People also fail to realize that there are people in our midst that lack empathy, have no care for the common good, are grandiose, arrogant, and willing to exploit and manipulate people solely for their own egocentric needs. Instead, a sort of halo effect imbues leaders with presumed expertise and power when that is not all the case. Most, if not all, megalomaniacal leaders, despots, tyrants, oligarchs share narcissistic psychopathy or psychopathy as a trait. Interesting. And this applies to everything. All right, that's life says several last-minute changes, cancellation meetings occurred at the Pentagon, notably a budget review meeting for the Department of the Army, originally scheduled around in the area hit. Yeah, interesting. And they also had that. I think you said that. They also had that small-scale model that they were doing in case of a plane crash at the Pentagon. All right, so 1920 to 1946 League of Nations. Anyways, I'm just rambling on. I'm going to continue further. I'm just going to power through some of this. What do we have here? The Baha'i New World Order. Anyways, check this all this stuff out. And even the Roswell Corona incident. Again, Roswell was actually in a place called Corona, and it was on June 14th, 1947, Trump's birthday, 1 year, his first birthday. So that's when that started. Anyways, I'm going to close this before I go mad with power there. It's just unbelievable stuff. And you can see all the coincidence I made over here on it. And I think the most remarkable one is 1980 horror movie Friday the 13th. Serial killer Jason Voorhees was born on June 14th, 1946? ? So if you go to watch the movie and if you read up the lore on it, the movie wikis, etc., they say that the Jason Voorhees, the killer, he was born on midnight, Friday the 13th on Friday the June 13th, 1946. So you go here, it says there to Pamela alias Voorhees. But if you go to the calendar, U.S. calendar, June 13th is a Thursday. The actual Friday is Trump's birthday. and if you watch the movie, there's and if you go to look at the cover of the movie, it's the cover of the movie. Remember, they says Friday the 13th, and there's a full moon there. There's also blood there. There's a blood moon. This is a person, a blood moon. Person, blood moon, Friday the 13th. It's actually June 14th, Trump's birthday, who's on a blood moon. All right, that's probably one of the most mind-boggling things. And the whole movie's about moons and so on. There's moons everywhere in that movie. And there's Trump. I mean, Jason Voorhees. and is also lives 1 hour drive from Trump's birthplace in Jamaica Hospital. So that's interesting. So that's an epic plan. And also the Baruch plan. This was interesting. The Baruch plan was a proposal to put all of the world's nuclear weapons under the control of the United Nations, effectively producing a one-world government. And this was a proposal, by the UN. on Trump's birthday, June 14th, 1946, on the blood moon. And this was at the headquarters of the UN, which is in Manhattan. And this proposal just happens to have been made by the U.S. representative to the United Nations Atomic Energy Commission, UNAEC, Bernard Barak, on the blood full moon birthday of Donald John Trump. And then afterwards, Soviet Union declined a proposal, and the Cold War psyop began. And if you go to the bulletin of the atomic scientists, again, this is June 14th. These are the, I think this was, let's see what here, June 14th. Yeah, this was June 1947, that same, I think, was it the same year? A year later. A year later, this was a doomsday clock that they're saying humanity is just a few minutes from total annihilation. And also, Trump World Tower, United Nations headquarters, is in Manhattan. So you got the United Nations headquarters, the whole meeting is going on Trump's birthday, and Trump built Trump World Tower in 2001. I think it's 2001, 2002. Yeah, I think it's 2001. And it looks like a giant obelisk or a monolith. It looks like a giant monolith. And it's right on the United Nations headquarters. So the Trump World Tower, constructed between 1989 and 2000, I couldn't find the exact date. It is walking distance from the United Nations headquarters. It's right there, Trump World Tower, United Nations headquarters. All right. Anyways, let's see, power through. All right, I'm going to close these now. Okay, now let's continue further. I have a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so we went over there. Okay, the M13 hand signs. I think we'll open that up as well. I'll do that right now quickly. Okay, I just wanted to go with the Trump thing and then the M13, and then we'll continue power through. So we have 1 hour. We haven't done any predictive programming yet, but we will get to it. I just wanted to power through some stuff because it's been a while since I did a live stream on my own. Yeah, because last week I had John Hodgson, and the week before was Morgan Reynolds. All right, and okay, this is the M13 I wanted to show. So this is a cool hand here. So the M13 hand sign, yeah. So it looks like an M, and then there's or you could call it a 1 and a 3, and you have it in this famous painting there with the guy sticking out of this flat Earth dome in the Flammarion. The person's hands have an interesting hand sign in which 2 middle fingers are touching. This can be seen as making letter M or the number 13. So here's my hand. Number M is a 13th letter, and it also has a 1 and a 3. So you can think of this 1 as a 3, but also as an M. And you see this everywhere. It says I, and it also says I am. So that's interesting. I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, it says right here, hand sign can be viewed as I am or as an I am possibly. Yeah, that's definitely an I am. In other words, the I am phrase that in the Bible and also lots of occultists use. And if you go, there's lots of historic and modern examples of the hand sign popping up. And the following Reddit forum, Saturn's Stormcube, has lots of these hand signs. So here's one here. There's Shakespeare with the M13 sign. There's the Queen here. Queen Elizabeth with the M13. You got this guy here, English founder of the Methodist Protestant Church, John Wesley, with the M13. You got inverted pentagram. That's interesting. This is the American Freemason and founder of Mormonism and the Latter-day Saint movement, Joseph Smith. And he's also got the Freemasonic handshake, and there's the M13. You got the inverted pentagram. The big lies make up most of our shared points of reference in the news, history, and ultimately our culture. And repetition is critical in the constructions. Nowadays, I turn away from content. Oh yeah, definitely. That's the thing. It's like you have to. There's like a fabric of system of assumed truths, which are actually lies that you gotta sift through. But when history repeats, but also repetition, but also history repeats because they're following a specific storyline. But and if you view it from that, you can see foreshadowing in the movie. So predictive programming is more, I think a better term is foreshadowing or psychological priming, as Mark Holland from 9/11 Plains Research states. Anyways, so here's this guy. So here's Rosalind Chapel. This is in the Da Vinci Code, which is literally about supposedly the Antichrist bloodline. And then even Hitler's paintings. Hitler's got the M13. So literally, Hitler's got the paintings there with the M13. And I think he also does Hidden Hand as well. And then there's an article on there's a paper done trying to explain why there's so many. There's Christopher Columbus using M13. Who else? Isaac Newton. All right. Isaac Newton discovered gravity in 1666 when an apple struck his head. All right. That's the story. An apple got the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And also, if you look at the even anime, this anime's got the M13. All right. And let's see here. This is someone else, another Greek painter. Infinite. Okay, there's Jesus painting. Carrying crosses in New York Museum. Interesting. By El Greco. It's got the M13. And this is Penitent Magdalene with the M13. There's God with the M13. Interesting. This is by Michelangelo. Wow. All right. And yeah, so there's a paper on trying to explain why there was a bunch of M13. So secret hand gestures and paintings. This is a paper actually done. An actual paper. Yeah, so secret hand gestures and paintings. And they were saying that it wasn't a Freemasonic. Let's see what they're reasoning. During the Renaissance period, hands were as important a focus of attention as the face was because they were the only other visible area of the body. Hence, representations of the position of the hands became a decorative element that was almost as important as the face. Thus, given its high visibility, hand gestures in portraits and paintings have been one of the most effective ways of conveying secrets, codes, and messages. From the historic and religious perspective, hand signs and visual art may provide clues about the underlying iconographical symbols. This paper will examine the eventual hidden meanings behind a peculiar hand gesture that has been widely used by several painters. Let's see, Freemason. So he's saying here's one theory: is Freemasonry or Masonic membership and rank. According to this hypothesis, the gesture was a secret sign used to recognize Masonic followers, recognize Masonic followers to each other. Or recognize each other. The enigmatic posture of the hand has fascinated a lot of scholars of hidden societies who cryptically connotated the unusual splayed fingers with the letter M, which indicated not only Masonic membership and rank, but also the possession of occult secrets. The speculation that the hand gesture herein presented as a Freemasonry conveyed code is fascinating, but it's hard to accept. No, it's literally it. All right, it's fascinatingly accurate, in my humble opinion. Let's continue more. See what else we had here. I think there's a bit more. Let's continue more. Okay, this is some more stuff here. Okay, let's see some more hand signs. Okay, this is the. This was an interesting one. So this was a cryptic Jew. In that paper, they also says it could have been a cryptic Jew or hidden Jew. Gesture. It was a secret sign used to recognize cryptic Jews during this period, and also they mentioned here, and they mentioned the Kohanic blessing is shown below. The Star Trek Vulcan salute is also barred from this blessing, so therefore the stylized gesture of the hand investigated in this paper is actually non-existent. Yeah, this was because they were using different ones. So in the Hebrew tradition, whereas the gesture of the Kohanic blessing existed for centuries prior to that period, thus hypothesis of a widespread depiction of Marino's hand gesture and several portraits inconsistent. But anyways, I want to show this because this was the priestly blessing of the Jewish one, the Kohanic one. It uses this, and Spock does that. This is the hand sign Spock does. So it's actually taken from the Jewish setup there. And I think he also the Vulcan salute from Star Trek. Okay, nice guy mixes. What about Assassination? Quite the mindless ramble. Okay, sorry, I will get to that last. I just want to see Jewish here. Yeah, Nemo was Jewish, wrote that is based on the priestly blessing performed by Jewish Kohanim with both hands. Interesting. All right, so there's that one. All right, and let's see what else we had. Okay, I'm going to power if there's anything else here. Okay, there's the M. And this is also the 666. You could go with the V, and so on. And anyways, let's continue. Okay, now do the fake assassination stuff. Apologies, nice guy Mick. You're not being nice. You just tell me... because sometimes I ramble. All right, let's go and let's see what do we have here. Okay, Ashton Forbes Griffith. We'll skip to that. We'll go to right here, Freemason. Okay, search assassination on my Telegram. So if you go to my Telegram, I've infinite content on Trump. Let's go to back here. Let's go to the first one, assassination. Okay, so here's the thumbnail I used. This thumbnail was from the Snoop Dogg 2017 music video, and I don't want to get copyright, so I'll try to play only that part of it. And let's see. Actually, I did have that part. Okay, assassination. So if you search assassination, there's 36 posts I've done on this. Let's go here, right here. So this is Trump fake assassination, predictive programming. I have a whole like update there. Nice guy Mick does send me cash. All right. I don't know why you're posting that. You more about cash. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. What's going on here? I just put user timeout. I'll put 5 minutes. Next time, I just get banned. I don't know what's going on here. I think you could consider Spock's hand sign and Emma's as well. All caps, American Sign Language, writing gloss, and interesting. What else we had here? Okay, Spanish, fluid poles landing, the Manson murders, all of them. Interesting. Yeah, alright. Anyways, a nice guy Mick turned into a spam guy, Nick. Mick. Alright, so Trump's fake assassination predictive programming. So on March 12th, 2017, Snoop Dogg and the singer Bad Bad Not Good released the song Lavender Nightfall remix. I think it's for that Nightfall James Bond movie, which shows Snoop Dogg pointing and shooting a fake gun at Trump. Moments later, Trump is tied up in chains. So this is from the movie. Let's play this. Gotta unmute this. Okay, I'm just gonna mute the audio just so we don't get the copyright. Okay, there's Trump smoking a cigar. There's Snoop smoking before. I think he quit weed this year or something, or last year. All right, so there it is. Let's see the sound. All right, yeah. So there's this scene, and he shoots bang, and then moments later, it says that mock assassination, and then he's there, but he's chained up. This is 2017, and now they're saying he might actually go to jail for again for PSYOP purposes. All right, so there's Trump tied up. So that's one assassination, fake assassination. Let's go another one. All right, and good thing Fred who brought up that asking about Paul levels first before we get further into it. So I posted here. So very interesting that before Paul Loveless started covering up 9/11 code planes, Hutchinson effect, and even bicycles, he kept saying it's angular momentum, and I showed him it's not. He emailed me not to discuss Trump's upcoming fake assassination. Well, this is the first time I think he told me not to talk about stuff. So Paul, be careful saying Trump assassination on the live stream. Like, what's going on here? So I'm like, it's not actually going to happen. Let's see another setup. All right, so that was that. All right, and going further, so Tucker Carlson, he tweeted May 30th, import a third world, become third world. That's what we just saw. This won't stop Trump. He'll win the election if he's not killed first, but it does mark the end of the fairest justice system in the world. No, it's not fair at all. If it was fair, it would have been shut down years ago over 9/11 and so on. Okay, see, make this wider actually. Okay, I don't know why nice guy Mick just spammed send money or something. All right, anyone who defends this verdict is a danger to you and your family. Okay, so that was a jump verdict right there. Assassination. All right, let's continue further. Okay. Okay, so this is another one here. So Biden's DOJ authorized use of deadly force against President Trump in Mar-a-Lago raid. All right, so this was an actual post about that. And again, it's always alluding to it. I'm going to have to copy this. Okay, I don't know why it keeps opening it up. Okay, so now we have this. We'll have to like press this actually. Okay. No. All right, so now we're going to watch some twin Trumps set up here. Unmute. Okay. This is so epic compilation of twin Trumps and Trump quote fake assassination predictive programming. These for instance also red band symbology around the wrist. Yeah, that's the Kabbalah red string. All right, I'm gonna play this right here. Okay, I'm gonna play this right here. This is Even Stranger Things 2 Donald Trumps remastered. And let's play here like this. Okay, hopefully there's no copyright strike. But anyways, Angel White's a great channel for us. Let's go back. So that's another thing. There's predictive programming for twin Trumps and Trump assassination.
I wish there was a way I could trade places with another man and be free of all this responsibility.
Carl, take this dirtbag out into the swamps and shoot him.
Yeah. So that was. We'll go over that one as well later. But that was a skit where he literally has someone kill someone who looks like him. This guy right here.
Carl, take this dirtbag out into the swamps and shoot him.
You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
An incident that took place less than 15 minutes ago. The assault on the
And this was, I think, a play that was done in America where they have Trump getting assassinated.
president. We'll examine the videotape of the shooting with reformers.
One brother vanishes and the other one appears. Again, only possible because they are identical.
And this was from the movie The Prestige by the Dark Knight producer. Seemingly there was an attempt in 2016. Yeah, there was an attempt.
Only possible because they are identical.
And yeah, Jimmy Fallon's September 11th, 2015 is when he becomes Trump, and he starts talking to himself in the mirror. Yeah, The Simpsons Tale of Two Trumps. Alright. Just gonna mute the audio. Yeah, this music song is pretty interesting. Swap places. Alright, I'll keep it in. Yeah, this song, I didn't realize how it's literally describing the whole Trump scenario. What is that song from? Let's play it to continue.
And I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast.
There's two Trumps.
Okay.
The one in the red tie is the real one. The one in the blue tie is not.
Sometimes I think Donald Trump is really a set of twins. I do. There's Donald Trump and Ronald Trump. And they're masquerading as the same person, but sometimes they just can't get their story straight.
Secretary Clinton is preparing for anything and everything. In fact, it is being reported that she is actually prepping for two Trumps at the debate. And on-message, disciplined Donald Trump and a freewheeling Donald Trump.
And Donald Trump says he is two Donald Trumps. And Dr. Ben Carson agreeing and then disagreeing over whether or not we're getting the real Donald Trump.
They're two different Donald Trumps.
A tale of two presidents.
Yes, well, of course, it's Donald Trump, John, and needless to say, he wasn't going to settle for just one presidency. He has given us two in 1 year.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
All right, yeah, this one is pretty wild here. So when Trump, so he wins election, and then his inaugural ball, he has two twins playing trumpets. All right, this is absolutely wild. This is literally twin boys playing trumpets, twin trumps. All right, so we got Trump there doing that. And there's also more interesting stuff here. Let's go. Also, that singer was Kate Bush. Interesting. I didn't know her name. Let's go, Kate Bush. Wiki. Initially, I thought he said he liked one of the Bushes, the George Bush or whatever. Okay, this is Kate Bush. And what was that song called? What is her? Running Up the Hill. When was this played? August 5th. Okay, interesting. That's Hiroshima. Or Nagasaki, one of the days. Interesting. Alright, so somehow she knew the script. That was an epic song there. Okay, I have some more stuff here. See what else we had. Oh yeah, so the Bill Gates one. So about the twin stuff. Because we were watching some twin stuff. Bill Gates. Okay, this one's actually hilarious. So Twin Trump's compilation. This is a quick one. And it starts by Bill Gates saying he was talking to Trump and he was puzzled why Trump was speaking in the third person. Let's play this.
That threw me off. He said,
let's play here.
When I walked in, his first sentence kind of threw me off. He said, Trump hears that you don't like what Trump is doing. And I thought, wow, that you're Trump.
First, there's two Trumps.
They're two different Donald Trumps.
Double Trump. And we're gonna be huge.
In fact, it is being reported that she is actually prepping for two Trumps at the debate.
And Donald Trump says he is two Donald Trumps.
A tale of two Trumps. Dr. Jekyll Donald meet Mr. Hyde Trump.
It's been a tale of two presidents.
Yes, well, of course, it's Donald Trump, John, and needless to say, he wasn't going to settle for just one presidency. He has given us two in 1 year.
It's the league of the future now. It's got two Trumps. Trump, 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 Trump. Golden double stuffed Oreo. Trump.
I love it.
All right, Donald Trump's two people, and so he's speaking in the third person. Bill Gates is like, who's this guy talking about? All right, that's pretty epic stuff there. Okay, so let's continue. There's some more stuff here about the assassination stuff. I have a whole bunch. So Avalanche and 1958 Trump TV show as well. Okay, what is this one? Okay, this is the Falling Man one, which... Yeah, so this photo is also owned by Elton John now. So that's interesting. Okay, Trump's... Alright, so here, plot twist, Trump's fake assassination is going to be via avalanche. So there's an avalanche about to hit him, former Trump insider says. Alright, they just keep saying it. Okay, this was similarities with JFK. I'll have to look at that later. Let's continue what else I had in here. Alright, so here, this was 2023. Opinion that Trump dictatorship is increasingly inevitable. Alright, we should stop pretending. And they have Trump as Caesar. And if you know what happened to Caesar, So Trump will be a dictator and possibly foreshadowing his assassination as per Julius Caesar was assassinated, was stabbed a million times, according to the narrative. Okay, let's go. More assassination. Let's see here. Okay, and now even those big right-wing influencers like Matt Wallace. Urgent warning, I've obtained evidence that the deep state is about to carry out an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. This January 8th, 2004, 1.6 million views. And they have Trump in a casket. So what is going on here? So that's Washington Post. Okay, this person here says, check, we see, find YouTube channel 641 is 519 at the clock Trump assassination, maybe May 9th, meteor strike May 19th. All right, interesting. So he's saying May 9th. May 9th passed, maybe next year or something. And we'll go over one day that a subscriber, an expert numerology guy, says September 23rd, 2024 is Trump's fake assassination. So that'll be interesting. We'll get to that soon. This is a numerology expert here. We'll watch some of that soon. I just want to see what else we had here. Oh, reporters. Okay, this is the reporters right here. Reporters. Yeah, so reporters outside the federal courthouse for Trump's appeal joking about like JFK assassination. Let's play this video.
The worst part is, even if the worst part is, even if he has his and he's hanging out of it, he'll be on the other side of the truck.
I mean, if he's driving, we've got a good shot.
Yeah, if he's driving with the front window open.
Yeah, or if it's a convertible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah. Like if he just pulls up by
like
himself
JFK.
Yeah.
It's like a JFK, a Lincoln.
No, a president. Oh.
Maybe someone, just like they told JFK, you know what you should do? You should take a convertible. It's so nice out.
All right, interesting. Yeah, so the reporters outside the courthouse joking like JFK and so on. Let's play this. Okay, so That's Life says if there's a scene in an episode of The Simpsons where a newspaper headline reads "Trump dead." Interesting. Let's see. Bart to the Future. Let's see what the fake fact checker says. False. A still from showing newspaper. That's circulated now. I've Ms. 4chan. Where's the newspaper? Okay, I gotta find the images. No, yeah, you have to send that to me. That's Life. I did not see it. Let's go. Yeah, there is. I do not see one there. Okay, Elton John is so hooked into operations, provided the theme song for Princess Diana funeral, fundraise for AIDS charities, as did his Zionist friend Elizabeth Taylor, and he bought 9/11. Interesting. Yeah, Elton John, definitely. And Elton John is quite the character. All right, see what else we have here. Okay, Trump 1958 TV show. Okay, we'll get to that. Matt Walls, Julius Caesar. Tucker Carlson. I think there's two of them. Tucker, Assassination Tucker. Yeah. Okay. So here's a video now. Tucker Carlson says Trump may get assassinated, mimicking Reagan's assassination psyop. Interesting. Let's play this video here. Where is this video? On YouTube. Okay, let's play it. Oh, this is on Antichrist 45 channel. This guy's a pretty good channel too on Trump stuff.
He came back, then they indicted him. It didn't work. He became more popular. Then they indicted him 3 more times, and every single time his popularity rose. So if you begin...
Well, I just wanted to chime in. Well, that's kind of the idea. That's similar to Hitler's imprisonment. He got popular during and after prison, not before. The same thing. But Trump was both.
He came back. Then they indicted him. It didn't work. He became more popular. Then they indicted him 3 more times, and every single time his popularity rose. So if you begin with criticism, then you go to protest, then you go to impeachment, now you go to indictment, and none of them work, what's next? I mean, graph it out, man. We're speeding toward assassination, obviously, and no one will say that, but I don't know how you can't reach that conclusion.
I don't know how you can't reach it. Okay. On March 30th, 1981, President Ronald Reagan was shot and wounded in Washington, D.C. as he was returning to his limousine after a speaking engagement at the Washington Hilton. And also, I think he was the first one to say, Make America Great Again. Also, Maggie M10. Hi, MES and all. Hi, Maggie. Welcome on board. Let's play this one. I don't know what's taking so long. Let's fast forward. All right.
Videotape of an incident that took place less than 15 minutes ago at the Washington Hilton Hotel when shots were fired at President Reagan. Here you see the president coming out now. You just have to watch. I don't know whether we can hear this or not. There's shots. God.
Yeah, although he was seen as a deeply divisive figure for much of the country, the approval ratings of President Reagan increased dramatically within days after the attempted assassination. All right. So that was definitely scripted there. Get well soon, Mr. President. Jim, Tim, and Tom. All right. During his 1980s campaign, Reagan often used a slogan that would resurface many years later with Donald Trump.
For those who've abandoned hope, we'll restore hope and we'll welcome them into a great national crusade to make America great again.
My headphones came off. I'll play that again. You guys probably heard it though. I'm gonna play it again as my headphones just came off. Okay.
Who've abandoned hope, we'll restore hope. For those who've abandoned hope, we'll restore hope and we'll welcome them into a great national crusade to make America great again.
All right. Does Make America Great Again? Could be history be primed to repeat itself as an assassination attempt on a divisive figure results in him becoming beloved? Well, he's already becoming more and more popular. And now you got the alleged richest man in the world, Elon Musk, promoting him pretty much. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Yeah, so this is some biblical proportions we're dealing with right now. It's gonna be pretty wild. In other words, World War III. All right, and That's Life says Roosevelt dead on the wall behind Tucker. All right, let's play that one. Like, where's the Tucker one? Okay, yeah, Roosevelt dead. Okay. This is not an accident. He's not talking randomly. Roosevelt dead right there in the background. All right, the great find. I don't know how I can see that. It's right there. Absolutely remarkable. As if assassination becomes inevitable when a collective animosity is magically translated into an individual's willful act. The magic lies in the reinforcement of the idea of a collective mindset. Interesting. Yeah, that is true. He's just pushing it nonstop, and then it makes it so that once it happens, everyone's like, "Oh wow, yeah, it obviously was gonna happen." Darren Adams says, "I was on Musk for a week, then Musk started following me." All right, well, show me the proof. Musk following you? No way. That'd be crazy. Let me see if he is. All right. Okay. See some more stuff here. Okay, so we have that Tucker stuff. Oh yeah, the 1958 TV show or TV series. We're gonna Trump 1958. This is gonna be epic. Trump out of time. Okay, if Oh, it's the Trump out of time sharing. Oh, this is the Trump out of time Telegram. They shared my post there. They showed the Friday the 14th one. This one was actually wild there. So Jason Voorhees, the killer, is actually Trump. All right, so here is 19 episode right here. Did I upload it? 1958 episode, and let's see. This is 1958. The end of the world. Walter Trump promises to build a wall and gets shot at the end. I believe Walter is Trump's dad. Let's see this one right here. So he builds a wall and he gets killed. Walter Trump Donald. No. What is Trump's dad's name? Oh, Frederick. I think, no, never mind. Trump's dad is Frederick. Okay. Yes, he's a grandfather of Donald Trump. And so what is Trump's father? You know, this is how I do my research. What is this? Frederick was the dad. Okay, let's see. Spouses, relatives. Why isn't it just who's he born to? Okay. Okay. Where is his born? Earlier. Oh yeah, Fred. Yeah, Fred Trump. Frederick is the other one. Yeah, Fred Christ Trump. All right. So his middle name is literally Christ. Okay. So his dad's middle name is Christ. Okay. Roosevelt's own son said FDR was assassinated by the Churchill gang. That was published in the Parade magazine in 1977. Stalin told the son USSR intelligence knew British had Churchill poisoned FDR, or British Churchill had poisoned. Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. Let's continue. I'm gonna close these hand signs. This absolute clown right here. Real name was Drumpf. Yeah, I think it was something like that. Okay. Oh yeah, so 1958 one. Let's play this 1958 archive.org. Yeah, so Walter Trump. I'm gonna go right here. Track down TV series 1958 episode, The End of the World. Copy text, and let's play this here. Track down End of the World. Is there a wiki on it, or just have to go IMDb? Track down TV series, and this is the episode. The End of the World received considerable media attention. Donald Trump was elected president of the United States in 2016, nearly 60 years after the episode first aired. In the episode, a rabble-rousing doomsdayer named Walter Trump, played by Lawrence Dobkin, comes to town. He scares the townsfolk with talking of an impending disaster and claims to be the only person who can save them by building a wall. Okay, this one is like, this is just absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely mind-boggling. Okay, he also threatens to sue Hobby when accused of dishonesty. By the end of the episode, he's arrested as a conman and fraud and shot as well. The coincidental similarities to Donald Trump's name and proposed border wall was noted. All right. So, a Vanity Fair author wrote, of all the books and movies that presaged the rise of our reality TV president, none are so eerily on the nose as this once obscure 1958 episode of Track Down, in which a demagogue named Trump attempts to convince a town that he can only save his citizens by building a wall. The rep asked one to talk about a weird coincidence. Some may call this episode, the title The End of the World, the ultimate illustration of life imitating art. Considering the episode aired May 9th, interesting, that May 9th one, that's what the guy says, that's when Trump's assassination is going to happen, 1958, it is pretty amusing, especially when the TV character threatens, be careful son, I can sue you. The San Francisco Chronicle stated the character's speech is so similar to the president-elect's, it almost seems as if Donald Trump borrowed some catchphrases from Walter Trump there. Yeah, let's play some of that, that's actually wild there. Yeah, okay, that's this one here. And even Snopes says it's true. So Snopes is on it too. Yeah, this is witchcraft going on. This is hilarious. Yeah, this is actually absolutely remarkable. And he gets shot too. Let's go to the 1958. Trump out of time. Trump tracked down. There was the actual video. Okay. Con man. I'll play the Donnie Darko one. It might be a bit shorter, but we have the archive. I have the full archive one right here. This is the full archive of it. And yeah, it's 22 minutes long episode, so definitely watch it. So there's Trump. Let's play. How long is this one? 1 minute. Okay, let's play this 1 minute, one short one. But watch the full one if you want, if you have time. Con man named Trump who convinces people only he can save the world by building a wall. Yeah, he's then assassinated. Okay, keep that in mind.
Got a name?
Trump.
I bet it fits. Your name is Trump? How long are you gonna let this con man walk around town? Be careful, son. I can...
So there's another part right here. Trump is the 58th elected president, 1958. Interesting. And 1-9.
How long are you gonna let this con man walk around town? Be careful, son. I can sue you.
I don't intend to sit here and be insulted, Sheriff. If your people don't want my help, I can go elsewhere.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Trump. You don't talk for the rest of us.
Since the sheriff wouldn't stop Trump, Hobie had to find somebody who would.
You hear about Trump? Yes, sir. What are you gonna do about him?
What do you want me to do?
Stop him.
Now, there's nothing in the world could change their minds. And anybody who tries to could end up getting hurt. They're not going to listen.
Well, there's got to be some way to stop him.
Well, if there is, I don't know it. It's funny how a big lie can make us all kids again.
Remember the big lie? He just said big lie as well.
Hobie had checked the town. The people were ready to believe. Like sheep, they ran toward the slaughterhouse. And waiting for them was the high priest of fraud.
I am the only one. Just me. I can build a wall around your homes that nothing will penetrate.
What do we do? How do we save ourselves?
You ask, how do you build that wall? You ask, and I'm here to tell you.
You're a liar, Trump.
Trump's sure having his way.
You're gonna go back and tell him, Trump. What? You're gonna go back and tell him it's a fake. You did a good job working him up into this mood, and now let's see you talk your way out of it.
You don't think I'd lie, do you?
You don't want an answer to that. No, I don't need you now. Every minute you're alive, my neck's in trouble. And there was a saddlebag. I'll take it.
Until the crowd knew that everything Trump had said was a lie, there was no hope for Talcott.
It was directed by Donald. Interesting. Let's go back to the end. Donald McDougall. Okay, so directed by Donald. It's got Trump, and he gets assassinated, and he says big lie. Okay. So definitely watch the full episode there, and yeah, it has a bunch of symbology and so on. There, yeah, you actually can't make this stuff up, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's another one I wanted to show. Trump, 1958. Okay, I got that. Oh yeah, actually we have. I'll probably through. I kind of forgot it, but anyways, we'll get to that later. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is so the next setup here. So Trump, speaking of the twins and Trump assassination and so on, but let's go to the Trump twins. Guy, I think. Oh yeah, actually, there's another part here. So Ernesto Che Guevara, the one who's on everyone's T-shirt, is literally born on Trump's birthday, June 14th. So that's pretty wild. Okay, and let's go here. Okay, so there's another part. Yeah, so on my Telegram, you can search up Trump or anything. You'll see hundreds that I completely even forgot about. For example, the Tim Ballard in the Sound of the guy who played Tim Ballard in The Sound of Freedom. And Jesus in The Passion of the Christ, literally calling Trump the new Moses. So you got, I think this guy here played Jesus, and Tim Ballard in that viral, I think it's anti-human trafficking Sound of Freedom documentary. He says Trump is a new Moses. Play this. Okay.
And we got to start with Donald Trump.
What do you mean? Actually, I'll play it bigger. Tweet right here. So this guy right here, James Patrick Cavill, born December 26. He played Jesus in The Passion of the Christ and Tim Ballard in Sound of Freedom. Let's close this.
do a lot more, and we have to do a lot more, and we got to start with Donald Trump.
What do you mean?
Well, he's got to be in there because he's going to go after the traffickers.
Do you think he understands that?
We were with him last night.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bedminster, yes.
Yeah. Oh,
We
so
showed-
he's going to be moved to do something. I didn't know that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was in
He's
tears
gonna.
last night.
This is the new Moses. I mean, I'm still Jesus, but he's the new Moses. Pharaoh, let my children go free.
All right. I did not know that was an impressive screening at Bedminster, I guess. Eduardo, Jim Caviezel, great to see you again.
Yeah.
Congratulations on all your success. I can't say I'm surprised, but I know how intense you are. And good job.
This is the people's movie. God bless you.
Absolutely. Meanwhile,
Thanks, Americans.
watch Sounds of Freedom in theaters and pay it forward by buying movie tickets for those that can't afford them at angel.com/freedom.
All right, interesting. And Z says Jim Caviezel is Knight of Malta, is Jesuit. And probably. This is, it's calling Trump
We got to
Moses.
start with Donald Trump.
And Trump is very likely to have been on Epstein's, or dealing with Epstein and other pedo-like stuff. All right. Let's see some other stuff here. I think I want to say something. Trump. Guy. Where's that guy? Okay, did I not put the tweet there? All right, this one right here. Yeah, so it's really Trump's twins. So, all right, I think we have found Trump's twin clone. It's Guy Fieri, the professional food eater. So this is literally the same height, same size, same hair, same weight. Methyl Miner, I'm wearing a shirt that says "Y'all need Jesus" right now. Yeah, epic shirt. I got Methyl Miner back at it. Yeah, it's internet issues. All right, so we got this one here, and then going further on TikTok right here, Trump TikTok. So Trump was one of the first ones that wanted to ban TikTok. Yeah, so right here, this is 2020. As far as TikTok is concerned, we're banning them from the United States. President Donald Trump said he will bar the TikTok social media app from operating in the United States. And now, fast forward to a few days ago, Trump joins TikTok, racks up 22 million views in a matter of hours. And his first two tweets, let's have it. I actually didn't put it on Telegram, but I have it right here. Trump twins. Actually, it's right here. Where's the Logan? So we have Guy Fieri is Logan's clone or twin. And you get now Trump's TikTok. So if you go to his TikTok, I'll mute this. Okay, so if you go to Trump's TikTok right here, I'll click here so you understand. So he has two tweets. This one is Dana White, UFC president, saying that Trump's joining TikTok.
The president is now on TikTok. It's my honor.
All right, so he's supposed to be going to jail. He's at UFC events, June 1st, and he's like, what's going on here? Okay, so he's chilling with them, and then if you go here, now his actual first post, besides this one here, joining TikTok, is him with Logan Paul. And he's literally the same height, same size, same look, same. I'm like, these guys are all made from the same clone factory. Alright, so it's Trump's twins. We found it's Logan Paul. Alright, That's Life says, hit the thumbs up, troops. Just epic stuff there. Okay, and Darren Adams keeps going on and on. Alright, let's continue the track down. We saw that. Jack Posobiec, all getting viral. 850,000 views. Posting just like nonsense. Posting blasphemy. Alright, so I think That's Life says here. Crooked Joe Biden has told the truth. He just left out. He's also known for facilitating an invasion, migrant crime, Biden inflation, destroying the American dream, disasters, foreign policy, corruption. Let's see what he says here. Let's see what he says.
Ray-Ban sunglasses and chocolate. I'm the dullest president of America. I'm known for my Ray-Ban sunglasses and chocolate chip ice cream. I'm the dullest president of America.
Alright. Yeah, Biden is like literally half dead. Alright, that's pretty epic. Let's continue further. Where's the... Okay, Harvey Dent. Okay, Okay, yeah. So now we're gonna connect Trump with 9/11 and Twin Towers. It's literally... So we had Trump twins, twin Trump, twin right here. So I was gonna show here. So here's an epic video association of Trump with Twin Towers right here. So it's not just twins, clones of him. He's also got Twin Towers association right here. I think, oh, I cut out to the 5-minute mark there. I think, oh, it was the whole thing. It's the whole setup here. I'm going to play some of it. It's from the LXXVII Venus Temporis. Okay, there's Trump flying. There's a World Trade Center in the background. And let's see some footage of this. Okay, let's fast forward. So it's flying, there's Twin Towers.
Trying to scrape up a down payment for a little fixer-upper in your neighborhood? Take a look at my next guest. There's a report around Wall Street that this is what he has in mind. This is Donald Trump, 33 years old.
So Trump, 33 years old, I think is one of his first TV interviews, 1980. Speaks with Twin Towers.
And some people think that he wants to buy the World Trade Center, the 110-story Manhattan skyscraper that anyone can pick up if they've got the coins.
Yeah, it's one of his first TV appearances. He's 33 years old and associated with Twin Towers.
This is Donald Trump, 33 years old, and some people think that he wants to buy the World Trade Center.
There's one more tactic that Trump apparently learned in the 80s and uses to great effect on the campaign trail today. Keep people guessing about any long-term plans.
Trump has said quite seriously that he's a good enough bargainer to negotiate a nuclear disarmament treaty with the Russians.
This is not a wealthy country. People think America, wealth.
He's a good enough bargainer to negotiate a nuclear disarmament treaty with the Russians.
All right, so it's 1980 or so, and he's already discussing nuclear disarmament with the Russians. Like, how long does this script go? All right. Okay, is it? And this is the hello, Trump.
I travel far. Fred Trump, T-R-U-M-P. And you know what? I heard Fred Jr. Your plane only has one. It's Freddie, my oldest. He's flying a plane with one wing, the head of my throne going round and around. Yeah, hey, look, if you ever get serious about doing business, Walter, give me a call. Otherwise, Walter, goodbye. That was cold, boys. That was a good one. Otherwise, goodbye. You see, you gotta kill, you know? You gotta kill him, okay? Right, Donald? Kill, kill, kill. Where's my lunch? Amy! 'Cause there's no spot I've ever found that could compare to what's there back in my old town.
All right, it says Donald Trump there. The kid was flying a plane with one wing. No, this is 2005. No, this is 2005. Interesting. The Twin Towers there, is it? Yeah, I thought I was going to say before 9/11, but anyways, it was after. And interesting with one wing because the one of the plane quote plane disappears the wings. Anyways, it's powered through. Actually, we'll watch the whole thing. This is actually remarkable. So this Gremlins, I think movie. Yeah, there's literally there's a Twin Towers there, and it's about Clamp, which is a play on Trump. Also, Timothy Sullivan says, these Sound of Freedom distributors, producers also recently released an NDE, or near-death experience, documentary after death. And so, again, we have the agencies directing NDE stuff. Why? And are they mostly U.S. Navy intel? Yeah, that's interesting. So they go from Sound of Freedom, child trafficking, and now they're talking about near-death experience. Interesting. What is going on here?
You know, no visit to New York is complete without a tour of the world's most fully automated office building. My Clamp premier Regency Trade Center and Retail Concourse, headquarters of Clamp Enterprises and home of CCN, Clamp Cable Network Television.
Now, the center is just one part of Mr. Clamp's round-the-world business network, which includes construction, sports, finance, and, of course, a popular line of jams and jellies. Now, for those of you who have cable TV at home, the Clamp Cable Network is located right here in the building.
The death of Mr. Wing removes the last obstacle to developer Daniel Clamp's long-delayed Chinatown project. This quaint little shop, which once housed many rare objects from the Orient, must now make way for the future, Daniel Clamp style.
Okay. I'm just gonna fast forward some of these right here. It is pretty. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of. There's too many. You can go on those on your own. I'm gonna go over here. This is 2000. So Trump knows the script.
Let me give you my direct line to Trump Tower.
The Toshiba Infinia, when you're ready for a different computer.
One day we're told that a shadowy figure with no fixed address named Osama bin Laden is public enemy number 1, and U.S. jet fighters lay waste to his camp in Afghanistan.
Yeah, so this is in Trump's book in 2000, The America We Deserve.
I really am convinced we're in danger of the sort of terrorist attacks that will make the bombing of the 1993 Trade Center look like kids playing with firecrackers.
What does the city need to do?
Well, I guess the big thing that you...
there is no other choice. And
Okay, anyways, so he was interviewed right on 9/11 as well. I'll play another one soon, but I just want to show this part. So he actually was campaigning or proposing to build Twin Towers 2 instead of the One World Trade Center.
If we rebuild the World Trade Center in the form of a skeleton, Freedom Tower, the terrorists win. We want to rebuild the World Trade Center as the World Trade Center, but better. A little bit taller, a lot stronger, just plain better.
Oops. How do I get tab? Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so he was trying to build that Twin Towers there, and there's a whole bunch of other setup there. And actually, yeah, I want to go play this part here. This is the Fahrenheit 11/9, and look at how they that Moore guy, I think it's Steve Moore or whatever his name is. Let's play here. How he portrays Trump.
Gentlemen, the last president of the United States.
Coming to an American city near you.
Yeah, that's Michael Moore. Yeah, Michael Moore. Fahrenheit 11/9. It has the nuclear explosion. There's Trump, and he's saying the last president. Okay, so that's epic stuff there. But there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Trump said on the day he thought there were explosives in the towers. His planes couldn't explain the collapse as the buildings were built to withstand impacts. Very clever disinfo. Yeah, he said in the building or even in the plane. I actually scheduled it right here. He says either or, but I know because he has worked with a lot of buildings, so he knows full well that steel, like thick steel I-beams or any size plane is not gonna make holes in it. Let's play this part here. So I have a 2-minute part here, but he also in the full interview he says he's friends with Larry Silverstein, and Silverstein bought the WTC a week before 9/11. Or let's play this here. Okay, actually I have it muted for the setup here. So this is at it's 2:10, so I'll play near the end here.
We are having some by bombs or after, but destruction of the buildings was caused by the air.
Very strong building. Don't
by bombs or shocks. Do you have any thoughts on that? In fact, or destruction of the buildings was, and the city of great buildings.
Okay, where's the? Let's just play what I said. I actually gonna unmute this right here quickly. Where did I spot this?
Builder, Donald, you're probably the best known builder, particularly of great buildings in the city. There's a great deal of question about whether or not the damage
And the ultimate destruction of the buildings was caused by the airplanes, by architectural defect, or possibly by bombs or aftershocks. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, it was an architectural defect. You know, the World Trade Center was always known as a very, very strong building. Don't forget, that took a big bomb in the basement. Now, the basement is the most vulnerable place because that's your foundation. And it withstood that. And I got to see that area about 3 or 4 days after it took place because one of my structural engineers actually took me for a tour because he did the building. And I said, I can't believe it. The building was standing solid and half of the columns were blown out. I mean, so this was an unbelievably powerful building. If you know anything about structure, it was one of the first buildings that was built from the outside. The steel, the reason the World Trade Center had such narrow windows is that in between all the windows, you had the steel on the outside. So you had the steel on the outside of the building. That's why when I first looked, and you had big, heavy I-beams.
Okay, I don't know why it just stopped. That's why Telegram web is just bad, but I just gotta find where it says here.
Do you have any thoughts?
Because he did the building. And I said, I can't believe it. The building was standing solid, and half of the columns were blown out. I mean, so first buildings that was built from the outside. The steel, the reason the World Trade Center had such narrow windows is that in between all the windows, you had the steel on the outside. So you had the steel on the outside of the building. That's why when I first looked, and you had big, heavy I-beams. When I first looked at it, I couldn't believe it because there was a hole in the steel. And this is steel that was, you remember the width of the windows in the World Trade Center, folks. I think you know, if you were ever up there, they were quite narrow. And in between was this heavy steel. I said, how could a plane, even a 767 or 747 or whatever it might have been, how could it possibly go through the steel? I happen to think that they had not only a plane, but they had bombs that exploded almost simultaneously, because I just can't imagine anything being able to go through that wall. Most buildings are built with the steel is on the inside around the elevator shaft. This one was built from the outside, which is the strongest structure you can have, and it was almost just like a can of soup.
You know, Donald, we were looking at pictures all morning long of that plane coming into building number 2, and when you see that approach the far side, and then all of a sudden, within a matter of a millisecond, the explosion pops out the other side.
Right. I just think that it was a plane with more than just fuel. I think, obviously, they were very big planes. They were going very rapidly because I was also watching where the plane seemed to be not only going fast, it seemed to be coming down into the building. So it was getting the speed from going downhill, so to speak. It just seemed to me that to do that kind of destruction is even more than a big plane because you're talking about taking out steel, the heaviest caliber steel that was used on a building. I mean, these buildings were rock solid. And, you know, it's just an amazing thing. It's this country.
Yeah. So he said, yeah, something else on it. Let's play the part where he says it could have a bomb as well.
Destruction is even more destruction into the building. So it was getting the speed from going down the speed.
See.
I was also watching where I just think that it was a plane with more than just fuel. I think, obviously, they were very big planes. They were going very rapidly because I was also watching.
Yeah, actually, no. He just says a plane with more than just fuel. Okay, that's definitely. But also, even the anchor says that it was a split second, and then the explosion was on the other side. So they all realized something was up there. And let's see, a bunch of posts on Trump here on 9/11. I gotta unmute.
The windows in the World Trade Center, folks. I think you know, if you were ever up there, they were quite narrow.
Yeah. No, I played that one. See this one here.
Fine. I think we'll do fine.
Donald, what do you think about all this? You're a developer. You've built buildings all your life.
Well, there's never been anything like this. It's disgraceful, and I hope we attack fast. I hope we find out who it is and go fast. Okay.
Why do you want to come down here today?
I have about 100 men working down here, so just to spur them on. Hi, folks. Hi, folks. I have over 100 men out, and I hear doing an amazing job, so I just want to give them some support.
These are men from here at development?
Yeah, men from my company. We have another 100 coming in a little while.
And how long have they been down here?
They've been down here for about a day and a half.
What have you talked to other developers? Are they donating their time, their men's work?
Well, I hope they are. I haven't really focused on that, but we have a lot of people coming down here and a lot of people down here now, and they're brave guys. A couple of them got hurt, but I'm just want to spur them on a little bit.
What did you think when you heard about this?
I was just down to Ground Zero. Ground Zero is a disaster. I've never seen anything like this. I hope we act very quickly. I hope we find out who did it. and act accordingly and quickly.
Do you have any plans to donate money to the Widows and Children's Fund for the fallen firefighters?
I've done it over the years, and it certainly sounds like a good idea.
All right. And there's a Lucky Larry one. I think let's play this one here.
I see what's happening down there. It's a mess. And the developer is actually a friend of mine, but he didn't want to build this building either. If you look back at the records, I mean, when it was first foisted upon him, Larry Silverstein is a great guy. He's a good guy. He's a friend of mine.
Trump's good friend, Israeli billionaire Larry Silverstein, admitted that he began designing a new World Trade Center in 2000. Also, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu wrote in 1995 that militant Islam would bring down the World Trade Center. Interesting. Silverstein and Netanyahu are actually good friends as well. Silverstein admitted that Netanyahu would call him every Sunday. We heard Silverstein bragging about making $4.5 billion from insurance, so 9/11 was good for him. Was 9/11 good for Netanyahu?
Benjamin Netanyahu has publicly said the September 11th attacks have been good for Israel. Netanyahu said, quote, "We're benefiting from one thing, and that is the attack on the Twin Towers and Pentagon and the American struggle in Iraq."
Netanyahu said that 9/11 was good for Israel because it swung American public opinion towards supporting a war against Iraq. If you doubt Ma'ariv and Haaretz claims, you can read Netanyahu's book, Fighting Terrorism, and you'll see that he sources both those news outlets several times.
Yeah, definitely. It's good for, well, again, and not the people, Israel, because all the population of all the countries need to get surveyed. You go to any airport in any world, it's bad for every person besides the elite who run every country. So again, when he says Israel, he's not talking about the actual people in Israel. They have to deal with more anti-Israel hate from the Islamic world. And so I wanted to show, there was another thing I wanted to show. Klaus Schwab was also on 9/11. Klaus 9/11. How do you spell Klaus? Klaus Schwab. Is that Matthew North who's talking there? I'm not sure it was there. How do you spell Klaus Schwab? Oh man, Klaus Schwab is such a hard name to spell. What is it? Klaus Schwab. Okay, I think he was there as well. But again, Israel is just another Freemasonic world. Like, I'm from Iraq. U.S. Invaded Iraq, but again, Saddam Hussein, Israel, USA, they're all the same thing. Canada, they're all a bunch of puppets. Because remember, wars are fought by, they're not fought by Netanyahu or Saddam Hussein, they're fought by actual people. The slaves. Alright, where's the, stop. I hate when I get mute tab. This is September 10th. Yes, this is Klaus Schwab. Why 9/11 reminds us we must respond to fear with openness. So Klaus Schwab wrote this on December 10th. My wife and I arrived in 2001. Arrived in New York as I was to receive the Candlelight Award from the then UN Secretary Kofi Annan. That night we had a very inspiring conversation with Annan and many members and partners of the World Economic Forum. The next morning, December 11th, I was planning to attend a meeting with newspaper editors directly across from the Twin Towers. For sheer coincidence, the meeting was rescheduled, and I was on the way to the Upper East Side instead. All right, Klaus freaking Schwab. All right, let's just go here. I don't know. All right, so Klaus Schwab. I gotta upload that there somewhere, 93. How do you spell his name? My goodness. Schwab. Can I believe how hard it is to spell his name? Klaus Schwab. In WTC on 9/11. And Twin Tower, and meeting near Twin Tower rescheduled. Yeah, so everybody gather for the event, guys. 9/11 is a big one. So that's a good way to see if a psyop's going to happen. Check on everywhere. Nikola Tesla as well. Trump on Nikola. So he has infinite content. We'll see some of this in a bit. Let's see what this one is. A 528. Maybe we'll watch it if I have some time. Just want to go power through what else I had. All right, so yeah, so basically everybody was there. Trump was watching it from his tower. I think Rockefeller was watching it from their building, and so on. Okay, so the May 9th, that was the 1958 movie or TV show, and this person says it. And also, and I'm going to look at quickly. Actually, Trump wanted to buy WDC, created Twin Towers instead as a big compilation. Bart Simpson's twin. Okay, this is an interesting one. I got to play this one, actually. There's just so much content on the stuff here. Klaus Schwab might be like Klaus. I'm going to click Klaus. I have a whole bunch of stuff here. Why? Because Klaus Schwab is literally a movie villain. Klaus Schwab. What do I have here? Okay, so this is a Pokemon card here. Klaus Schwab, WE founder, legendary creature he is. Let's see what else I have about Klaus. Okay, I think he's doing the free. Okay, Klaus Schwab rocking the Freemasonic hidden hand and capstone. Oh yes, he's doing this symbol and this one, the Trump symbol. But yeah, I cannot believe he was rescheduled. I'll look at many conversations about 9/11 with Klaus Schwab. Interesting. You got literally everything there. Okay, let's see what he has here. But anyways, I want to focus on the stuff. Okay, Klaus trying to be a Jedi. Okay, this one here is when he became a Freemasonic Jedi or something. Alright, I am just mumbling. There's Trump conversation by 9/11. 55 minutes of Klaus Schwab talking by 9/11. No, 9/11 with Klaus Schwab, James, and all these other guys. And Bill Gates as well. But this one is absolutely ridiculous. If you believe it was a sheer coincidence, I got like an mRNA vaccine to sell you. Alright, or yeah, Metal Miner. Yeah, I remember that one. I actually seen that one. I have seen that, the one where he goes back and forth. But again, it's the usual. They're not actually doing anything. It's like 9/11. They're saying who did it, who did what. Turn towers to dust. He's never going to mention that. Let's see. This was... He does go back and forth. Again, Trump knows how to get the fans on the side. But obviously, at the end of the day, not doing anything. Similar how anti-vaxxers somehow like Trump, but he's the one who did Operation Warp Speed. So it's like, what world are we in? Where's the video? Does it play? Let's go here. Trump, Jeb, Bush, 9/11. Yeah, but if you look at that exact wording they do, they don't actually say anything of substance.
A political duel about America's catastrophe on 9/11/2001.
So even the news anchors ignoring that these giant towers are literally ground level. Like, what is it? Just turn to dust.
Playing out in a very 2016 way on Twitter. Donald Trump tweeting today at Jeb Bush, "I'm fighting to make sure it doesn't happen again. Jeb is too soft." That after Bush had tweeted, Donald Trump talks about foreign policy as though he's still on The Apprentice. At issue, Trump's suggestions that Jeb's brother, George W. Bush, could have done more as president to prevent the September 11th terror attacks.
Don't blame him or don't blame him, but he was president. The World Trade Center came down during his reign.
It's a delayed response to one of Jeb Bush's most passionate moments at CNN's debate last month.
And your brother's administration gave us Barack Obama because it was such a disaster those last 3 months that Abraham Lincoln couldn't have been elected.
You know what? As it relates to my brother, there's one thing I know for sure. He kept us safe. I don't know if you remember.
Trump is now even suggesting he could have stopped the 9/11 hijackers from getting into the U.S. in the first place.
I'm extremely tough on people coming into this country. I doubt that those people would have been in the country.
For the record, the 9/11 Commission said only 2 of the 19 hijackers overstayed their visas, but others gamed the immigration system.
All right, anyways, it's just a bunch of mainstream nonsense talking about terrorists and saying that George Bush, he did it on his watch. I'm like, what do you mean? They're a bunch of actors. They're not doing anything. And then didn't Silverstein also had a meeting? Yeah, I think Silverstein also had a meeting as well. A lot of them have meetings there. Yeah, ARASSC. Yeah, but the thing, yeah, CIA, yeah, Israel did it is a distraction, but It's part of the disinfo side to push it on a country as if they quote did it. Okay, the entire world is in on free energy tech suppression and human enslavement. Okay, One World, Predictive Programming, Angel White, great one. I wanted to show, okay, there's a Bart Simpsons one, Bart one. Okay, so Bart right here, Simpsons twin. We'll play this right here.
First, there's two Trump.
Okay, keep in mind here, this guy was a comedian. He died shortly after this, I think from old age or whatnot.
Okay. The one in the red tie is the real one. The one in the blue tie is not.
So this guy says the one in the red tie is the real one in the blue tie is not. And then he dies. Let's see.
The one you saw last night after the victory was the blue tie. Now, if you would punch up Dr. Carson, Ben Carson, when Trump called him a pedophile, and the next day he...
All right, yeah. So then he joins him after. Like, Carson, you have to admit, calling Trump, Trump calling him a pedo did work.
Join Trump. And the guy asked him, see, every now and then you slip and say stuff. He said, why'd you do that? He said, it's two Trumps. I was with the good one. You see it there.
Okay, now this is from the Simpsons one. It's when Bart kills his, like, this is the real one, and then the other one's the fake one. I think, no, the blue one's the fake one. The other one's the real one. Let's play this one. So it's Trump, and there's an episode where he's a twin. Aired November 3rd, 1986. Interesting. That's like election date.
You're crazy. Am I? The one in the red tie is the real one. The one in the blue tie is not.
Well, perhaps we're all a little crazy. I know I am. I was mad after they tore us apart, but I'll be sane once I sew us back together.
Hugo, stop! There, Hugo, I understand. Those years caged up in here, why, you've probably never even seen your own face in the mirror, have you? Here.
We think we saw Hugo at the airport. He was boarding a plane to Switzerland.
Let's look at the tweet that Trump sent out a short time ago on this video. It says, the plane I saw on television was the hostage plane in Geneva, Switzerland, not the plane carrying $400 million in cash going to Iran, exclamation point.
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Trump. I'm Santina Marella. I'm Miss WrestleMania.
What the hell are you doing here?
I work here. I'm Miss WrestleMania.
Let me just tell you something. I'm doing to you tonight the same thing that I did to Miss California.
What's that?
You're fired. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Okay, that one, not sure what that was about exactly. But anyways, this was pretty wild. So the Trump, the fake assassination on the red one, which is the real one, and then the fake one takes over. And the blue one is the one that takes over. Interesting. No one looked up at the sound of lower flying aircraft only after explosion. It seems strange. Well, some of them did say they're seeing from a distance. Yeah, but from the but you're definitely right. A lot of people were surprised, did not see it coming, because again, it was not their usual sound of a giant Boeing.
Here.
Okay, so I wanted to show that. And there's the other one was the Trump janitor. This was like a very telling one. Okay, Donald Trump skit, two Trumps. This one is pretty wild. It's actually pretty wild. This is 2004, and Trump's in it.
Once upon a time, on a small island filled with glass towers, there lived a prince. He had flowing blonde locks that looked like a wig, but it wasn't. Anyway, this prince had everything a man could ever want, but was...
And I think he posted like this for copyright issues or whatnot.
Still not happy.
I wish there was a way I could trade places with another man and be free of all this responsibility.
Oh, bummer. By the way, the guy's here to fix the leak on your solid gold faucet.
Send him in.
Actually, I'm gonna try to find this. I don't want to watch this tiny one because I'll be commentating over it, so it should be fine. Saturday Night Lights give SNL 2004 Trump janitor. Yeah. All right. Let's play this one here. Where is that skit? They just don't show it anymore. All right. They don't show it. I'll just play this. Continue. Yeah, so this is the real Trump. He hires a janitor, looks like him, to play, just to clean up some stuff.
Wait a minute. Let me look at you. You look exactly like me.
You're right, except for my very stylish mustache.
I have a proposition for you, my friend. How would you like to trade places and be me for 1 month?
You really think it would work?
And so the pauper and the prince exchanged identities. The pauper shaved his mustache, and the prince put on a fake one.
Well, I'm off to find my new happiness. Now for the final test. Let's see if my assistant, your assistant, Carl, can tell the difference.
Carl, come here. Look at this janitor here.
Ew. It's disgusting.
Carl, take this dirtbag out into the swamps and shoot him.
Oh, wait a minute, Carl. I'm the prince.
Shut up, janitor. Go on a 6-foot holiday.
You know, I think I'm gonna like being the prince.
All right. So Trump gets the guy assassinated and takes over. So that's this one's pretty ridiculous. Anyway, so that's a lot of Trump assassination stuff there. Now I'm just gonna do some more searching here. It says Trump Christ family tree. I gotta find this one. There's an epic Trump coincidence set up there. But I think I posted somewhere the family tree. Trump family. Whoops, go here. Trump family. This is another one here. Trump family taking over Republican Party. This is Larry Trump has been unanimously voted as a new co-chair of the Republican RNC, the National Committee. So that's pretty interesting. And she's endorsed by her father-in-law, Trump. And let's go to Trump family. Christ, there's another. I gotta find that Christ. Okay. Christ family tree. Christ. There's like a HD of his family tree, and it all has Christ in a name. There's let's see if I could. I think it was something else. Trump Christ. I gotta find where I posted that. Somewhere I posted it. Okay, let's go back to Donnie Darko. This is his epic epic setup here. I gotta find it. Eventually I'll find it, and I will post that again. This was so Trump's this is his matriarch. I think his grandma was born on June 6, 1966, and something else. Yeah, so Fred Christ Trump there, and this shows the whole. I think it was on Reddit. I'm gonna go Reddit. I'm gonna go here. Reddit. There's a Reddit post. People comparing Trump to Jesus Christ. There was a whole lot of them. Alright, anyways, I will have to look for that later. And boy in his striped pajamas, German prisoner, camp Nazis, 2 boys switch places. They have to do rituals, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and Mark Conlon has done a lot of great stuff. And actually, yeah, there was a interesting post here. So Conlon, I have it scheduled. So here's Mark Conlon posted, commented on the Trump video thing. So if I go here. So I posted this photo. MES Livestream 41 Trump fake assassination predictive programming. So Mark Conlon right here says, look forward to the show. Just to add, during 2020, Mark Conlon says, I changed my use of predictive programming to psychological priming, or foreshadowing is a cool one too, because I didn't believe it was a fitting description, as there is nothing predictive about it, as the perps plan, or the perpetrators plan everything. However, they use psychological priming and seeding of the subject's society to get the desired response to events. My knowledge is based on my understanding of psychology, which was part of my study area for 5 years to become a psychotherapist. Interesting. Mark Collins, psychotherapist, to holographic plane researcher. And then I said, quote, psychological priming is a great term, an interesting background on psychotherapy. I didn't know you did that. So yes, I ran my own independent private practice for a few good years. I'm still on the main register. My thoughts about that is a whole different ball game. All right, that's epic stuff there. That's Mark Conlon. Okay, let's see what else we had, and let's see, maybe do another 20-30 minutes and then end it, or even less. Trump Christ vaccine. I'm gonna have to find this. Trump Christ. Donnie Darkened. Okay. Donnie Darkened. Okay, and the Trumpadors Dilly meme released a video likening the sacrifice of Jesus Christ to Donald Trump sacrifice giving up his life to the deep state. Let's play this. This is an interesting one. Yeah, there's a lot of weird blasphemy going on.
Christians and church-going people of faith value sacrifice above everything else. What none of these evangelical leaders understand is that, with or without their approval, their followers in these churches are witnessing Trump's sacrifice for America.
What the? Okay, yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous. So they have Trump sacrifice. And interesting here, what's even more ridiculous, so see this right here? This is from the pro-Trump side, and Trump apparently endorsed that video. My brother, his boss actually, is like super anti-Trump. And he's told him one time, I think last year or 2 years ago at his work, so my brother's boss, he's a type that literally his favorite thing to do is watch CNN in the hot tub, and he has to subscribe to CNN Plus before it shut down. But anyways, he literally says, you know what they should do to Trump? They should put him out in the middle of the street and crucify him. So literally the same thing. This one. So the brainwashed pro-Trump people are mirroring the brainwashed anti-Trump people. So that's quite an interesting setup there. And also there's a random Indian guy worshiping Trump for some reason. This was during, and then this guy died as well later. But I think this guy might have been mind controlled with directed energy weapons or something weird. That's why you're. Alright, so this guy praised him as God and so on. Again, it's absolutely ridiculous stuff. And there's another one, a Trump giant float and Freemason ring. So if you ever seen this one, I think it was Italy or whatever, massive Emperor Trump right here over Italy, Italian carnival. So that's Trump right here. He has all-seeing eye sword, but he's also wearing a Freemasonic ring. Okay, they don't show the Freemasonic ring on this one, but they have a Freemasonic ring on it. So this is that giant Trump Emperor float or whatever it is called, and a ring. Someone says ring. Why on the statue? Oh no, never mind. That was not this one. But this one's pretty epic too. It has Illuminati already there, the pyramid. But this was there's a naked statue right here. This is Freemasonic information. This is a Freemason website. So someone posted this naked Trump there, in front of where did they put this at? Where's the description? This is in San Francisco. People gathered around the statue depicting Republican president nominee Donald Trump in the nude on August 18th, 2016 in San Francisco, United States. An anarchist collective in Declined has created 5 statues, and they're called Anarchist Collective. Interesting. And in the nude, and place him in 5 U.S. cities on Thursday morning. So in 2016, before he's elected, he's posted everywhere, but he's also wearing a Freemasonic ring. And Freemasonic ring on Donald Trump statue. Yeah, as strange as statue was, even stranger was the inclusion of a Freemasonic ring on his nude one. So that's interesting. So, oh man, that's absolutely ridiculous. There's a little peepee. There's a Freemasonic ring there. All right. Mystery traditions is a firm believer in the Masonic connections and Hermetic traditions of antiquity. Mostly all male fraternity dedicated to the social development of the member to form a broader sense of self in the community. All right, this guy's that's just a lie. It's about world domination. All right, so we got naked Trump wearing Freemasonic ring, and Trump is actually the biggest or second biggest. If you go to mes.fm/hands, let's go. He copies. So you got Angela Merkel always doing this hand sign, always, in like literally every single dress. Angela Merkel always makes sure to represent her puppet masters. And then you got Trump doing this all the time as well. So Trump rocking it at all times. And even Klaus Schwab seen doing it. And you got this guy too, Kevin O'Leary as well. And so on. You got a whole bunch of people doing that. Trump has an innie. an innie. All right, interesting. Yeah. Okay. God Emperor Trump has a Wikipedia on it. Okay. This was 2019, and like, what kind of world are we in right now? Like, I just don't even know. Like, why is this even made? Why is it? Like, what is happening here? All right. And anyways, hopefully you guys are enjoying my rambling. And let's see how many people we have right now. 36 people. All right. 40 was the peak today, so less people than usual, but we will get going. And what else do we have? Okay, epic Trump thread. I don't want to go through all that. 33 coincidences. Fake assassination. Trump is accepting crypto donations now. And before he even said Bitcoin, initially when he was the last election, he said Bitcoin, he doesn't like it, but now he does. So it's next level. Okay, fake assassination, predictive programming here. Okay, Bank of America mural. This is cool stuff. I'm just going to open some links and then probably end it soon. Denver Airport murals. And also these. And also... Okay, there. And... yeah, this one, levitating videos. I found that. And Klaus Schwab on there. And also some Judy Wood stuff here. Okay, Ashton Forbes Grift. Yeah, I'm just going to open all these and then I'm going to end it as we go through it. Trump Christ tree. I saw it on the third search post on MES. On a third search post on MES. On MES links. Beyond Delusion 333 says, love the rambling. Next level. All right, so Trump Christ tree. You saw it? Trump Christ. There's nothing here. Tree. I saw it in this third search post on MES. Oh, okay, so here's another part here. Yeah, this is another part here. The Economist on Christmas, they had Trump on top of the Christmas tree. And he's holding an inverted pentagram. Like what? Not YouTube play, just YouTube. I do not know what that means. Trump Christ. Oh, I think it might have been on Telegram. No, Trump. Oh yeah, Trump's bloodline. There it is. You're right. The third one. Bloodline. I'm gonna write tree. Okay, entire bloodline tree / family tree is I could search it better. So bloodline's what I got. So great find there, McGew 1990. Epic stuff. So here is and has HD on it too. So Reddit's this one. Trump's entire bloodline family tree has the word Christ in it. So I didn't post a photo because actually no, the photo it actually does show, but Telegram compresses it, so you have to open up an HD link right here. So Trump's entire bloodline family tree has a word Christ in it. So that's crazy stuff here. So if you click here, Ancestry, there's a book called Ancestry of Donald Trump, From Kings and Crusaders to President of the United States, Deanna Muir. And here's HD footage of the book right here. Pedigree chart for Donald Trump. Frederick Christ Trump, born on October 11th, 1905. This is Donald Trump, so his dad, Christ there. And then his Frederick Christ mom is Elizabetha Christ, born October 10th. Interesting, October 10th, October 11th. And then her dad, Philip Christ. And then Joanne George Christ, May 6th, right there. And then it keeps going on further. That was one. Okay, and then the father or the mother was Joanne George Christ. Yeah, then the mother is Joanne Gottfried Christ. And then the mother, Joanne George Christ. The mother, Joanne Casper Christ. So they kept the name, Johanna. I think that might be the guy then. This is Sophia. Okay, never mind. So that's Joanne. That might be the guy. Okay, the guy kept having the Christ last name. Johann Zacharias Christ. Okay, that was 2. Okay, and now the third one. Third one, Jonas Zacharias Christ goes to Hans Dietrich Christ, 1714. Hartmann Christ, Jost Christ, Heinrich Christ, 1540. That's it. And then it keeps going. The last one, 11th great grandparents, Jamie Christ. And Jamie, I think that's French for j'aime, like, it's like I love Christ. So that's the name of it. And me, I think it's also similar to like I am. It's like in French, J. Anyway, Christ, there, Heinrich Christ, and then all the way to 11th grandparents, Jamie Christ. So that's epic stuff there. And this is from this book, Ancestry of Donald Trump. All right, so we got Trump there, huge Christ symbology or Antichrist setup there. Okay, and then this guy says here, to me the most important coincidence regarding 9/11 is the World Trade Center towers fell on their 33rd year, and similar to Trump's 33rd year is when he was on TV saying he wants to buy the World Trade Center. Okay. And continue. 2001 to 1968, 33 years. Roswell Corn incidents happened on the 33rd parallel north. Actually learned this from your video. Interesting. Yeah. And 33 is associated with the highest degree of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, and also the Israeli Supreme Court has the 33rd as the retired judges level. And the Golem Heights, Trump officially recognized it, lie along 33rd parallel. Jesus said to have died at the age 33. Apollo 11 had a crew of 3. 11 times 3 is 33, and symbolically established Tranquility Lodge, Masonic Lodge on the moon. So they have a symbolic lodge on the moon. When they symbolically went there, all right, they could have went there or not, but anyways, it's regardless. They're lying about something. It's just not a big deal. Going to the next one. Okay, this guy says nothing in this world is a coincidence, and the truth is more perplexing than fiction. If connecting the dots was a person, it would be you, MES. Epic stuff. The real deal, though. Okay, that's a hilarious name. All right, it's now accepting crypto. Trump's accepting crypto donations, and he just jumps wherever the money is. Okay. Okay, this was and Trump posted this as well. Trump saying that Joe Biden wants him dead. Okay, so this is Bank of America corporate center. Why is it so dark there? Okay, make it like this. Okay, Bank of America corporate center. When was this painted? This is the painter that painted these paintings out there. Let's see the about biography, accomplishments. So this is the guy who painted it. His name is Ben Long. Bank of America. When was this made? This one is pretty ridiculous. And going further on the ridiculous part. Okay, so in this video, I stated. Join me as I deep dive into many instances seemingly of foreshadowing Donald Trump's upcoming quote fake assassination and recovery. Unlike or clone or twin or whatever, unlike other claims of predictive programming such as 9/11 and so on or COVID, this one is for an event that has not yet happened. So in other words, I'm using conspiracy info to predict what's gonna happen. And Timothy Sullivan, is there a dot in original birth Christ using Christ? Are we sure the researcher wasn't an idiot looking at church records abbreviated Christent as differentiated from other recorded sacraments? No, I'm saying those ones are very likely it's Christ. It says the person's not. If you go to Trump right here, there was another one. I forgot where it was. Okay, Trump wiki. So his dad's middle name is Christ. It's not Christent. It's literally Christ. And then one of them is named. I think he has another family name. Like the first name is Christ. So it's Christ. Donald Trump wiki right here. So where is he born to? So he was born to Fred Trump. So this is not a middle name, Kristen. His middle name is literally Christ. And Christ Trump. I think there was another one. Elizabeth Christ Trump. Yeah, you can see them all there. Elizabeth Christ. And then Anna Marie, daughter Philip Christ by his Philip Christ by his wife Anna Marie Christ. Johannes Christ has worked in this. This is just common stuff. His last name is Christ. Modern Picked. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, see you on Reddit. Anyways, what we're doing is predicting things that's yet to happen. And going back to that, so the Bank of America mural, when was it made? Or when was it made? Let's see what the AI says. Created in 1999. What kind of date is it? Oh, completed in 1992. Okay, so 1992. I think I should have just 1992. Okay, so completed in 1992. The frescoes are a source of great pride for the Charlotte community because of the nature of the frescoes. These works remain for many generations to enjoy. Anyways, and he's also got some nudes woman there. Okay, epic stuff. All right. Why is this? This guy's an artist? You can tell he's an artist and not a coder. Like, why is he so dark to read? Like, what are you doing? All right. So what he has painted here at the Bank of America Corporate Center, 1992 in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I think Michael Jordan went to. Okay, holy Christ! All right, yeah. So going back here, so this is where Michael Jordan played in the college in North Carolina. Anyways, so here's the paintings. So he's got these workers there underneath the level there. This Freemasonic imagery. And you got these a bunch of nudes there, and then you have this one here is literally the red, white checkered floor with Donald Trump as a kid. Again, it's Donald Trump as a kid, and there's the full moon right there. And let's see if there's any close-up view of him. So here's him painting in this. Who's? Never said Michael Jordan. Okay, that looks like Michael Jordan's dad. Okay, so he's got all these, and then these are all the workers he's painting on there. And yeah, there's a bunch of nudes in there. Okay, so a bunch of nudes, men and women, in a spiral. Okay, so this guy's on another level. And is there something else? Sorry, because the privacy settings video cannot be played. What does that mean? All right. So, anyways, these are the images. If you can go, I'll zoom in to them. So the one I want to show is this one here. This one here of a Trump-looking kid getting initiated into a red, white, checkered floor. It's got the pyramids, you got the full moon, and this one looks like Hillary kind of, and this is Jeb Bush looks like. Well, again, these ones are a bit stretch, but this one is ridiculous. And when you mirror it, you literally have Trump. And going back to the predictions, so Angel White actually, this is 8 years ago, March 25th, 2016. He's literally telling you that Trump's going to win. He's a 2016 presidential race predicted in 1992 Bank of America mural. So let's play this. So Wake Up by NF. I think is a music. I just don't want to get copyright. I'll just mute it here. So yeah, there's that mural, the 1992 Bank of America mural. If you mirror it, you have two Trumps and a full moon. And then he basically said, yeah, Trump's going to win based on this image. So that's some predictive powers right there. Okay. In between, he thinks that there's a person there, but it's possibly there's a heart there. Anyways, it shows a heart, shows the pyramids, and now you got cube and some mirror there. But anyways, that's Trump there as a kid. All right, fast forward. Okay, and then it's a path going there. I think he was saying something. So Gemini twins, said Trump twins. Twin Towers, interesting. And also, yeah, so you have the twins, and you also have the fire bush. It's supposed to be the burning bush, the biblical burning bush, but it's literally got twin towers and burning bush. And this one he thinks he thinks that's Hillary, that's Jeb Bush, this is Obama. This one might be a bit iffy, but nonetheless looks like a woman there. Oh, it's got the earrings too, so that's interesting. All right, so that's Hillary. All right. I'm just fast forwarding. There's Jeb Bush. This guy kind of does look like Jeb Bush. Okay, I gotta admit that looks like Jeb Bush. And there's Michael Jordan's dad or Obama, either or Michael Jordan himself. All right, he's predicting Michael Jordan's. Okay, there's Barack Obama. It could be Michael Jordan because it's 1982. There's Donald Trump. Yeah, and there's a burning bush, and there is Trump overlaid with him. Literally looks just like Trump. Yeah. Okay, so that's Trump. See the other music. Okay, this is Gemini. Gemini is the zodiac for twins. And Trump's born in, I think, yeah, Gemini as well. Okay, there's the person-looking figure in the paint. And this is what he does here. Copy it. If you copy and push it here, okay. It's a bit pushing it, but anyways, and it looks like it has horns or something. But the full moon, it's literally Trump. You can take it or leave it. It's Trump. Donald Trump is born on a total lunar eclipse, June 14, 1946, Gemini. Gemini zodiac. And he was born 700 days before Israeli Declaration of Independence. And he's got, and this kid photo has him riding the donkey. Oh, a kid riding a donkey. Similar to the yeah, fox. Oh no, it's a fox. Fox on a donkey. Fox equals 666. Is it? Yeah, this is a 6. Yeah. So the F is a 6th letter. O is the, I think, 15th, and then you combine the two. Then X is, let's see the numbers there. X is what letter? X is 24th, so add them together. 2 plus 4 is 6. And then O is the 15th. O is what letter? It's 15, so 1 plus 5 is 6, and then F is a 6th letter, so 666, Fox on a donkey. And also why you have Fox News. Yeah, Fox News, it's like, think about why are they calling it Fox out of anything? Well, it's just basic gematria. Fox, literally 666 News. So the Fox News, literally Fox is 666. But it's all, that's what I mean by like, everything's Freemasonic world order. You go to Facebook logo. Facebook logo is the letter F, is just an F. It's just a number 6, so it's literally 666. It's like everything's obsessed with that. Let's see what else he has in here. And here's a donkey. There's a fox on a donkey. Interesting. Yeah, that's a bit. And then you go upside down. Now he's going upside down. Okay, what does this mean? Alright. Anyways. So some of this is a bit out there, but he predicted that's a presidential race, and in other words, Trump's winning that. Trump's the center stage, and winning that. And now here's another one: the Denver airport literally has death being defeated, or like a war being defeated by this Trump-looking character. So he has these doves right there. This was the. I'll show you the full one here. This is. 7 years ago, it's August 22nd, 2016. So this is before Trump's elected. Angel White's already pushing, like this is some world peace, fake world peace being pushed by Trump. So this is what I mean by, yeah, predictive powers. More info, more predictions. Let's see what else. Okay, this is.
And we will be. We have a real chance.
Donald Trump
governs the world order.
January 16th, 1991 speech by George Bush.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself. And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood, and unto the end of the war desolations are determined.
Alright, epic stuff here. Yeah, so basically we're dealing with some biblical stuff here. Is there an original? Okay, the live chat. Okay, let's see what else we have. And Yeah, the mural here. So, Denver Airport murals. I have some HD footage I put in the Telegram. And let's go to changes. Dark. Whoops. Should be refreshed now. Why does it do that? Thought I turned it off. Okay, just turn it off. Okay. January 16th is another inverted 9/11. Interesting. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 9/11. Yeah, you're right. Backwards. Okay, just why does it just show it like that? Okay, my Telegram's blowing up. And let's see here. Okay, so that was Bank of America. And yeah, it's Bank of America 1992. And the next one is Denver Airport murals. I don't know why my Telegram's not. Okay, there it is. Denver Airport murals. So Denver Airport murals. Here's the HD. All of them I put on here. So here's this one there. You got a penguin in a cube, like some sort of case there. Interesting. Okay, so this is one here. Here's death, war, and there's stopping peace or whatever. And then you got the center stage. The guy bending the peace one or bringing about peace is Trump. Literally a Trump kid. It's literally Trump. All right. So it's got some. So, anyways, well, my prediction is, yeah, Trump's gonna win somehow. Fake assassination. Trump's gonna win. He's gonna bring about peace for a short while, and make a deal with Middle East and Israel, and then eventually he'll betray Israel and create World War III. Well, yeah, World War III, and Israel gets wiped out in some sort of biblical like proportions. World War III, etc., and then the pushing for possibly Project Bluebeam and a bunch of other mumbo jumbos. All right, so that was my rambling. Denver Airport. I just want to zoom into the this one here. Actually, this one. Okay, I'm gonna zoom into this one. There's the Trump one. Okay, and what else did I have? I just want to see when these were made. And now Denver Airport, they go full on, like they just go full on the conspiracy stuff. Like they're, if you go to Denver Airport now, they actually embrace all the conspiracy stuff. This was 1995. So 1995, 1992 was the Bank of America mural. 1995 is this one. So you got a whole bunch of stuff there. Okay, Children of the World Dream of Peace. That's what this one is called. So Children of the World Dream of Peace. Here's the HD one of it. And there is Trump, the leader. Alright, so we're on to another level right now. Okay, what's up with these blocked up greetings there? Alright. Alright, so now I have some other stuff here. This was the Oakland mayor. Yeah, so I think we're pretty much done this stuff. And I'm just going to show some more stuff and then end it. So this was here. I showed this before, but then I had to make a video on this.
Ice.
Look at her blinking. Just look at her blinking as MK Ultra.
It's no surprise that the bully-in-chief is continuing to try and intimidate our most...
So she's blinking, and she's also talking about Trump, too. January 17, 2018. All right, so she's talking about Trump. She's blinking. She's a robot. Let's see, blinking. But then I made it... so I took that video, and I made it like 10x speed, or how many times speed? So Oakland mayor... no, 4 times speed. Libby Shav blinking at an unreal rate. Let's play this video. And I have it muted.
It's no surprise that the bully-in-chief is continuing to try and intimidate our most vulnerable residents. But we're very clear about what our values are here in Oakland. We are here to protect all of our residents, regardless of where they came from.
Okay, now here is 4 times speed. Look at others for control. Look at his eyes and look at her eyes compared to hers. So hers is going right now. Blink, 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 blink. His eyes barely blink. Hers are. His barely blinking compared to that to this. It's barely blink, like once. This one is like non-stop, like 4 times a second. Like blink, 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 blink. Okay, there's hers. 1, 2. None of these. Her eyes look normal. This one looks like it's like completely fluttering. You can't even see her people properly. Okay, let's see. Look at the blink. Let's go and blink. She's literally rapid firing like a machine gun. The other eyes, there's nothing strange from them. You just look at them, they blink once in a while. This one is going absolute ridiculous. Let's see, why would they wipe out Israel? I thought they were all Freemasons on... Well, all the countries are Freemasonic. So the thing is, different countries get wiped out. But I think they're gonna rebuild a new world order at the center of Israel. I think one narrative is that they're gonna say the reason for the world war was because of the religious holy wars. So then they're gonna we're gonna need some sort of world religion there, and that brings us to the Baha'i. Okay, so we'll go back to that document I had. So the Baha'i is like the only UN recognized religion. And open view in a new tab. Let's go the Baha'i. So this is 1948 again. World War II ends, and then Baha'i, United Nations and world government. An important yet very underreported topic is the connection with the new religion Baha'i and the United Nations. Representatives of the Baha'i religion were present very early on in both League of Nations and the United Nations. So it's the United Nations Baha'i right here. The well-being of mankind, its peace and security, and also there's a biblical quote right here. ESV Bible. If you go to ESV Bible, I think peace, security, peace and security, peace. Okay, this one here, Thessalonians 5:3 chapter. This is the first one. While people are saying there's peace and security, then sudden destruction will come upon them as labor pains come upon a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. Are there any good forced at play? Okay, why would they be wiped out? Well, again, the world they manage the people. They start wars and then people fight them. And again, there's hierarchies of Freemasons. The lower ones probably don't have any other clue what's going on. Like similar to I think. In Germany, Hitler burned Freemason lodges, even though he's like big occultist Freemason. Usually what happens is the lower levels trying to pick up on it, and then I think they would, and then there's also the connection where it linked Jews and Freemasons as if there's a Jewish Masonic, it's a Freemasonic in my humble opinion. Okay, so then Freemasons, in just as Germany was going up, they also started arresting and so on because they're likely the ones that know it. But again, think about Freemasons on the same thing. Think about a mob or mafia. Mafia, they kill their own people because they're all psychopaths and they're all afraid of losing power. All right. Anyways, so that's my humble opinion there. And again, I'm just saying some stuff, but definitely think. Let's see what is this one here? Federal Israel or to work the CIA during the Trump administration. So had a big role in the 2010 election and hiding information from voters. Well, yeah, definitely, but I think it's also all just a giant script. Okay, thanks. Are there any good forced at play? I don't know what that means. Anyways. Okay, so the next one here, this one here in that earlier live stream, I think 3 weeks ago or something, I was looking all over for this. Okay, there's a conspiracy theorist who say that Baha'i is funded by the Rockefellers. Yeah, obviously, Rockefellers fund everything, UN, and then there. Oh yeah, let's go back to the Baha'i stuff. The Baha'i one is very, very interesting. So when you think of world government, well, in 1945, UN chartered. Okay, it was signed in San Francisco. Baha'is representatives were present in 1945 when they were signed. Literally, Baha'is like a no-name religion. Like barely, like relatively tiny, and somehow they were the ones at the UN Charter signing in San Francisco. And San Francisco is where the Bohemian Grove is. In 1948, the Baha'i International Community registered with the UN as International Non-Government Organization (NGO), and in 1970 was granted consultative status, now called Special Consultative Status of the United Nations Economic and Social Council, UCOSCO or whatnot. All right, going further, Tucker said he once tried to join the CIA. Yeah, Tucker did say that. Yeah, while he's wearing his Cabal bracelet. Anyways, in relation to the United Nations, the Baha'i International Community promotes principles on which a lasting peace can be built: oneness of humanity, equality of men and women, universal basic standard for human rights, economic justice, and universal education. Education should be promoted should promote the essential unity of science and religion. So it's a very interesting religion there. And also going further, so the BIC, I think that the Bank of International, I think there's something, no, the British, no, this is the Baha'i International Community, BIC, has also undertaken joint development programs with various other United Nations agencies in the year 2000 Millennium Forum of the United Nations. A Baha'i was invited as the only non-governmental government speaker during the summit. The BIC office in Manhattan is located in the United Nations Plaza. So it's in Manhattan. The BIC is literally in Manhattan, right, very, very close to Trump Tower. Yeah, it's the Baha'i International Community right next to Trump World Tower. The Baha'i faith is a relatively new religion, teaching the essential worth of all religions and the unity of all people. And so Baha'u'llah is the founder. So their prophet there. His three essential figures: the Bab, an interesting Bab, B-A-B. You could write B-A-B and rearrange them all 666. So that's interesting. So he's supposed to be the John the Baptist character. Then he ushers in the Baha'u'llah, which is supposed to be the Jesus character in this one. Okay, going further. But anyways, so it looks like the White House. That's interesting. And seal of universal justice governing Baha'is in Haifa, Israel. So you got the Baha'is universal house, whatever, is at Israel. And it looks very similar to the White House. That's interesting. So the White House looking like this with the dome and the pillars, the Roman pillars. All right. And yeah, so I wrote here Bab equals BAB equals 666. Interesting. And it gets pretty ridiculous going further here. And also the symbols of the religion are derived from the Arabic word Baha with a numerical value, adding numbers and letters and adding them up. Baha is equal 2 plus 1 plus 5 equals 9. So if you add these up, 2, 1, and then, yeah, this is the fifth. Let's see, A, B, C, D, E. No, this is the fifth in their numerical system. It's not English one. It uses their own setup there, and the number becomes 9. So their holy number is 9, or like unofficial holy number. They don't state it, but anyways, so this is their 9-pointed star, and I believe Klaus Schwab was wearing it as well. Let's go here. I got infinite info on this Klaus Baha'i. So interesting, yeah. Klaus Schwab with the 9-pointed star, which is a common shape in the new Baha'i religion. So there's the 9-pointed star there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's the Baha'i 9-pointed star. And Baha'i, what's interesting is where I live in Richmond, Canada. Where I was going to soccer, and there's at the library. There's a one world government tent. So Baha'i one world religion pop-up tent at the Richmond Library. It literally has a library, and they're saying this is the Baha'i. All religions are one. So they're saying all religions are one there. And if you look at the YouTube channels for the main ones, it's pushing like climate change and all this mainstream talking points. It's very, very interesting. I'll continue in this book. The Baha'i one. This is the one that got me going too long in there. Okay. All right, and going further here, so there Baha'i wrote for the need for world government. So the prophet of the relatively new religion, of the new religion, who's a partner with the UN, wrote for the need for world government. Okay, this is a religious figure saying that. Bob means door. Interesting. In this age of humanity's collective life, because of the emphasis the international Baha'i community has chosen to efforts of improving international relations through organizations such as the League of Nations and United Nations, with some reservations about the present structure and constitution of the UN. The Baha'i international community is an agency under the direction of the following, under the direction of the Universal House of Justice in Haifa, Israel, and has consultative status with the following organizations: the UNICEF, UN FEM, UNESCO, UNEP, the Environmental Program, the World Health Organization. Yes, they got the Development Fund for Women, Children's Fund, and so on. Yeah, definitely, yeah. So Baha'i Art Development, Madame Blavatsky's Theosophy. I think the son of Baha'u'llah actually spoke at a Theosophy conference. Let's go here. So they're all interconnected on this New Age mumbo jumbo. Let's go Theosophy. Baha'i Let's go Theosophy Baha'i. I think he spoke at him. Okay. Okay, Baba. I think Baba or something. Baba. He spoke at one of the conferences. I think I probably have it in the giant PDF. And the Theosophy actually has it on there. Conference. Let's go. Theosophy and the Baha'i. Okay, there's some similarities. Connections with Theosophists. Hall of Unity. Okay, yeah, this one here. Okay, this one is Abu. So Abdu Abu Baha Abbas, I think, is the son of the founder of the Baha'i faith. Traveled extensively across America. When Sidney A. Cook was president of the Theosophical Society in America, the American Theosophy published his account of an anniversary celebration. So when Abdullah Baha Abbas visited America 25 years ago, this is 1937, so 25 years before that, 1902 or whatever, the Theosophical Society opened its platform to him. Therefore, in response to an invitation by the Baha'i movement in Chicago, Professor R. Brenz Messon, at the request of the national president, attended their 25th anniversary celebration, delivered the following greeting, and so on. So he spoke at the Theosophical Society. So the son's founder, who is like their prophet, is speaking at the Theosophy. All right. Baha'i and Theosophy. Yeah, so these New World Order types are all similar. Anyways, so their prophet literally said they wanted one world government. I'll get to that here. So don't wanna. Okay, I have a bunch here. Anyways, and they identify the star as a man, so it looks like the legs and there's the arms. Okay, I just want to keep going further. Okay, it looks like a snake. So this is the name, the word Baha looks like this. It literally looks like a cobra. It looks like a snake. Like, you can't make this stuff up. And this is the Ya Bahu, Ya Allah, the Arabic letters in the greatest name. Looks like two cobras. There's one there, and it looks like a D. The two balls and the schlong. So that's interesting. Okay, there's the ring. Baha New World Order. So when Baha'u'llah claimed to be the prophet in 1963 that Bab had foretold before his death in 1950, he used a now famous phrase, New World Order, and whose state religion would be the Baha'i faith. And stated, or stated. Who stated? I'll have to upload this. Okay, anyways. The phrase New World Order in the Baha'i, so you can literally go to New World Order. This is a new religion, meeting up with the Theosophical Society. And they're talking about New World Order and and merging all religions into one, and they're partner of the UN. The conception of the New World Order, and again, they're main headquarters in Israel. Found in the Baha'i teachings refer to the gradual emergence of intergravitable political norms, etc., and so on. And they made a list right here. Okay, they took the list off. Okay, this is what I had to. This is where I got it from here. You can probably see the archive. Anyways, so they had principles here in their world government. So some of the principles outlined in the New World Order of the Baha'i, universal peace based on global collective security. Anyways, when you hear that, I always got to go to that ESV verse. Let's go here, peace and security. Whenever you hear peace and security, it's like war is coming. They usually say that, and then it's like war coming. Even 9/11, October 7th or whatever, the Israel Hamas attack. So while people are saying there's peace and security, then sudden destruction will come. So anyways, and they got to use that phrasing. Just whenever you hear that phrase, just know something's up. Anyways, the unity of religion. This is what the Baha'i is pushing. The setting up of a world government which could enact laws required to satisfy all the needs of all people. An elected world government, lawmaking body of government. A world code of law based on justice for individuals and justice for nations. And a binding world tribunal. A world police force. A universal bill of human rights. The universal right to education. The setting up of an auxiliary universal language, so a secondary one. Continued, or that's pretty much English, I think is the one. The continued diversity of culture, a world currency. what kind of religious founder is saying this? A system of world commerce through the establishment of an equitable economic system where the economic security of the individual is assured. Eliminations of extremes of wealth and poverty. So you won't have extreme wealth or poverty. You'll own nothing, but you'll be happy. All right. And then it also describes how this was going to go about process and stages of unfoldment. And the most great peace capstone stage, and notice the word. I mean, note the Freemason capstone reference. So they call those a capstone phase. Global human development is achievement of the most great peace, which is coterminous with the complete fulfillment of Baha'u'llah's prophetic vision of world order, and a golden age of Baha'u'llah's dispensation, in which the complete and justified global unity of nation, race, and religion has been achieved. Abdu Baha'u'llah believed that the West, with its views on equality and philanthropy, would lead the rest of the world to the most great peace. And he says, I am ever anticipating joyous news from America. These people are distinguished in all qualities. They have pure intentions. They are truthful to all humanity. They are trustworthy. They exercise kindness toward all mankind and with all heart and soul and life. And they are engaged in service. Their greatest and highest desire is that bias may be removed from among the nations and sects of the world, that all mankind may be united with each other, that the standard of universal peace or the most great peace shall be raised. All right, so talking about America as the front runner, and they also wrote here, the world's equilibrium has been upset through the vibrating influence of this new world order. Mankind's ordered life has been revolutionized through the agency of this unique, this wondrous system, the like of which mortal eyes have never witnessed. All right, I'm gonna epic stuff. So before I close that over, if you look at the New World Order in Google's Ngram viewer, the term started going in the world after World War One, boosted up after World War II, or during World War II, and then started just before 9/11. And now it's a bit dipping down in that Ngram viewer. Anyways, so this is some peace and security stuff, guys. And also the other part about peace and security in that George Bush, when this January 29th, actually, it wasn't 16th. Actually, no, this is again. This is never mind. This is let's go back here. I noticed several times the peace and security. So 1919 was the peace terms for the World War I losers. The Paris Peace Conference. That's New World Order happened. And it was the famous author Herbert George Wells. Yeah, interesting. He died same year Trump was born. Published a book, The New World Order, in 1940. Okay, that's where the book pumped. And with World War II happening. And President George Bush, on September 11th, 1990, at 9:09 p.m., exactly 11 years before 9/11, the speech was, and he mentioned New World Order in that speech. The speech was in regard to the 1990 to 1991 Gulf War after Iraq invaded Kuwait. And he wrote, out of these troubled times, our fifth objective, a new world order, can emerge, a new era freer from the threat of terror, stronger in the pursuit of justice, and more secure in the quest of peace. So whenever you hear secure peace, you know something's going to happen. Dusby, Frostwell, I never heard of that sect before. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, and I actually read about them before I saw Bill Cooper's video on it. So you definitely look at Bill Cooper's videos on the Baha'i. So you could just YouTube Bill Cooper Baha'i. Bush made another famous speech on January 29th, 1991, again on 9:09 p.m. at a State of Union address. Annual President's speech to Congress on the State of the Union, where he mentions a desire for a new world order. What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big ideal, a new world order where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind. Peace and security. It's like they're literally rubbing it in their faces. Freedom and the rule of law, such as a world worthy of our struggle and worthy of our children's future. And again, it's 1991. And there's more here. The world can therefore seize this opportunity to fulfill the long-held promise of a new world order where brutality will go unrewarded and aggression will meet collective resistance. And again, when they say that, they're lying. They're saying that it's actually going to be more and more war. And, okay, the use of this term. Okay, so here's I made a time limit as well. Yes, I had really deep research in this. So definitely download this document and go through it and let me know what I've forgotten. So the Baha'i use of the term New World Order was well before widespread usage of this term. Bob was alive from 1819 to 1850. Bob claimed to be messenger of God in 1844 at the age of 25 in Iran. Interesting, Iran. And said a future prophet is to come. So again, he's a John the Baptist character. Baha'u'llah was alive from 1817 to 1892. Baha'u'llah claimed to be this prophet in 1863 while in Iraq. All right, where I was born. Baha'u'llah's son Abdul Baha. So again, the guy was the messenger was born in Iran. The prophet is born in Iraq. Yet their headquarters is in Israel. It's always Israel. All right. Baha'u'llah's son Abdul Baha was alive from 1844 to 1921. Abdul Baha made teaching trips to Europe and the United States and went to the Theosophy Society in 1908 or whatnot. Zooming to the 19th century, we see the phrase New World Order was sporadically used after 1830 and until it started going up up a lot at the start of World War I in 1940. So anyways, this was the term New World Order was literally mainly used by the Baha'is, and then World War I happened. So that's in that same generation. So that's another level there. And if you go, and then I went even back way further, 1771 is Boston Massacre. I think there was a mention of New World Order, but it's percentage of it. So there's a lot less books, so this is a big spike. Anyways, going back here, I did a whole bunch of next level research on there. I can't believe how much research I did on this. Okay, that's and then this is where I stuck at bookmark, and I'm like, this is getting a bit too much, and I still need to do my free energy mumbo jumbo. Anyways, and there's astronomy, astrology, so you check out these stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna close this stuff. I'll save that. Anybody notice the lack of engineering chemtrails this year so far? Yeah, don't jinx. Yeah. Okay, and yes, you go to YouTube. Bill Cooper, Baha'i. So he did a whole bunch on this actually. Beware the pale horse. Oh man, I hate YouTube. Okay, so to search YouTube, because they like cut off stuff. So you go search it on Google or pre-search or whatever you're using, and look, and they show up the YouTube. YouTube is like literally the worst. They put mainstream stuff ahead. So if I search YouTube, it doesn't show what I want, which is the most watched, most relevant things. I have to scroll through. There's literally nothing on Bill Cooper Baha'i. There it is. Once you scroll past a whole bunch, there's one there. So that's one. Or you can go YouTube, Google it, and you'll see a whole bunch here. The first thing, Bill Cooper, the Baha'i and Theosophy exposed. I think he has like multiple ones. So Bill Cooper's way ahead of his time. Let's go.
By stealing what is yours.
Anyway, so he's going through, and his first video was on June 14th, 1996, so Trump's birthday. Like, what is the world's going on here? All right, so Trump's birthday is there. Okay, I'm gonna close some stuff. Peace and security, guys. If you hear peace and security, just run for the hills. And yes, all right. Actually, I'm gonna go back to the Baha'i wiki. I want to make a statement here about so how the religion was founded. I think they wanted to kill the guy Vision Miracle. Let's see what it was. And I think they wanted to imprison him. Let's see, imprison, escaped. Okay, I gotta find how, well, Vision, Angel, is there an angel somewhere? Vision. Okay, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. What was claimed miracle Baha'is founding? Escape, imprisonment or something? I think there's something they had a vision or something and then they escaped. In history, there are significant events that some people perceive as miraculous. So the Bab right here, who was considered a forerunner to Baha'u'llah, the founder, declared his mission in 1840. He faced severe persecution and was imprisoned multiple times. One notable event, often viewed as miraculous by his followers, is an attempt of his life in 1850. The Baha was sentenced to death, but it was to be executed by a firing squad. Yeah, that's the one. According to Baha'i accounts, when the first firing squad shot at him, the bullets only severed the ropes binding him, and he was found alive and uninjured. He was subsequently executed by a second firing squad, which resulted in his death. All right, so the first one, they might have been using some sort of dew or something, or some Magneto type tech, And yeah, so that was that. And what's another one right here? Okay, yeah, and then yeah, so this is the one that was Miracle's one. So the bullets shot the ropes off. Okay, so that's epic. And as I'm gonna go further, anyway, it says here's a rare photo of Dr. Judy Wood. It's easier to open on here. Rare. So here's a rare photo of Dr. Judy Wood in John Hutchison's Vancouver lab. So there's Judy Wood in the lab. That's rare. So she's actually experienced the Hutchison effect. And if someone can get a hold of her, get on the show. All right, so that's that. That's a rare photo. And now here's the Ashton Forbes. Actually, we'll put that another time. I'll just get the Ashton Forbes one. I'll do another one. I'm working on a video because I think I found Ashton Forbes' alias. He might be actually this person named Ashley Burnitz or whatever. Okay, and I think I found it. But I'll be working on that video, and it should be come out either if I can finish it tomorrow. That'll be great. But maybe next week. All right, and now here, this one here, someone in the chat, I think his name is Black, and I told him I made the video of what he was talking about, where these strange objects appear to be levitating in the air. Okay, very strange. Yeah, this is straight down vertically. Okay, I'll go to this and then end it. Straight down. Yeah, very strange objects. I think did I post twice? Okay, this one here. Jeremy Bartlett, this is a great channel. Especially just love the absence of sarcasm is just great. No sarcasm is intended. Love it. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm not being sarcastic at stuff. But anyways, it's just great. Okay, no sarcasm intended. All right, let's go here. This one here. So someone sent here. So what I did was I slowed down and you see the objects. So here's the tower falling. Yeah, see these and they just stop right there. Okay, so you can see that slow motion. These right here, they just hang in there and fall down. So they're seemingly going this way and then going down. So they're being pushed this way, or possibly the air could be underneath. But again, these are large objects, shouldn't be hanging for any reason. And then they just go straight down. So the guy's saying these objects could be like past the force field and just fell down. Played faster speed. So keep an eye on those. Keep an eye on these ones here. So these large objects hang in the air before falling vertically down. So they seem to be hanging there. I highly doubt it's any air pressure or whatnot, because this is, yeah, because these are super heavy objects. Air's not gonna do much, even if you have any pressure there. This is not like a kite or whatever. Okay, let's go here. And also note the camera glitch right here. So the electromagnetic interference. Let's go here. Actually, there's weird objects too there as well, flashing. Let's go here. Yeah, look at this object here that's turning white, flashing. It's just flashing. And then look at the glitch right here as well. Look at the screen on this side. Let's see if I can pinpoint it exactly there. There it is. Okay, I just missed it. Oh, I missed. But I'll do it super slow, and I'll mute it, and go super slow. See if I can pause it. There it is. See that line? The camera glitched as well. That's interesting. Okay, whoops. Okay, normal speed. Okay, watch the things get thrown to the right. Everything's going to the right and stops in the air and pauses. Yeah, so we'll see this again. When I cover my mouse, it just shows the thing. Anyway, so look, goes to the right, falls down. So that's interesting. It definitely does look like some sort of levitation anti-gravity effect. And it just hangs there and falls down instead of going to the right. And it's literally levitating and it goes down. And to illustrate it again, it's not air pressure. This dust is moving faster down than it. Let's go back here. I think the dust goes away before it. So the dust itself is moving down past it. And this is dust. And this is literally like steel or aluminum or whatnot. It's still heavy. And falling down. So the dust is falling down faster than that. So that's okay. The dust falling is like, I think, confirmation for me. Anyways, that's epic stuff, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and also I do need a pet panther. Definitely need one. I do need a pet panther, guys. This person found a panther, and that panther's playing with this dog. So if you have a pet panther you want to share, let me know. Anyways, guys, and also, whoops, this is somewhere else. Where is the, where am I at? Unread, no. Okay. Aluminum cladding, not that heavy. Yeah, but dust is lighter than it. No, this could be steel, it could be aluminum cladding. I'm saying you can't really tell from this. It could be both. It could be either or. But it's super large. And again, when people say aluminum is still heavy. Go play with aluminum. Go play with aluminum that's big enough to see from the camera this big. We're talking like 5 to 10 feet aluminum cladding. It's still giant, and it's still heavy. But remember, the dust is moving faster down. The dust is moving faster down than the aluminum or steel or whatever it is. It could be aluminum, yeah. Likely, it's more likely aluminum. But nonetheless, the dust is moving down faster, and it's levitating in the air. And this is like 10 foot. Yeah, this is like 10 foot long aluminum cladding. Okay, and it's behaving like paper, which it does not do that. So again, go play with aluminum, and you'll see. Just because it's lighter than steel does not mean it's light. It's like I have an aluminum bike, and it's not easy. There's no structured clubs. However you spin it, yeah, definitely. It's we're just looking at some extra details, some anti-gravity type stuff around it. Anyways, guys, that is all for today. And yeah, for those, yeah, if you're not on Telegram, definitely make sure to join my Telegram, because I post everything there before I post anywhere or even share on the live stream. I try to do it there because it's easier. It's easy to search and super quick. And so, anyways, guys, thanks for joining. We have 41 congruent viewers. All right, we peaked out now, and I'm gonna. Oh no, 45 is actually the max. Okay, that's pretty good. So everyone's showing up now. Probably later times probably better. But that is all. I appreciate the work you do. Another great stream. MES, thanks. God bless you all. Thank you. Adaptable. All right, Timothy Silva, thanks. Yes, epic stuff. Thanks, everyone. And remember, as always, donate a bunch of cash, money to me. And let's see, donate. Give me cash, money. And also, yeah, if I get enough funding, I'll start buying the equipment. Oh, thanks, Maggie. Epic stuff. Yes, we are buying some. I'm just throwing some cash around. I look forward to your live chats, MES, and the chat. Shout out to the live chatters at 911 Revisionist. This is an important channel. Yes, thank you. This is important. There's not many else that are putting their name on the line and going straight on reality at 911. Anyways, yeah, that's all, guys. Have a good one, and thanks for joining. Have a great weekend. All right, anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the stream, and yeah, and oh yeah, so next week, very likely Bob Greener on the show. Anyways, have a good one, and I'm gonna end it, guys. 3, 2, 1, end stream.